At the tone, please record your message.
back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is July 23rd, 2026. I can't make VLC smaller. Why must it be this big? Can I just see like not just like tiny bar? Whatever, it's gone now. How's everyone doing? It's a Thursday evening. It is right before the last Megacity weekend of 2026. They're never coming back. This might be it. There's a chance there's no Megacities next year. And not because like something bad happened, just like scarcity, you know, it's good. They actually should have advertised that, I think, a bit more heavily if they knew this was going to happen. Like, hey, last Megacities ever right now in 36 hours. America's Megacity online. And maybe there's a couple in person. There probably is. What's everyone doing? Megacities are going extinct. They're done. They said like, hey, these were so good. We don't know if we can do them better next year. Also next year, there's 6 world championships. Just need to make it obvious that this is a bit. So we're going to go more and more ridiculous. Hey, Griffin, how's it going? Yeah, Megacities extinct. Free cheat, what's up? I do not approve this information. 7 worlds next year. And GNKs, which I forget what they're called now, are also now Megacities. Everything has deck lists. Crores can be really busy. Hey, Gyro, how's it going? It's just opening with blatant misinformation. We should do it more. It's fun. It's fun. The world is so whimsical. Let's just make stuff up. I quit. Crore, please come back. Crore, we'll do 1 worlds. We'll do like still 600 Megacities for some reason. We'll do 1 worlds. There needs to be infinite stakes. We can make the stakes higher by having more events. Bigger stakes. How's everyone doing? Hey, Spider Bro, good. Yo, HFT and Brennan are having an argument about Mirror Morph. Hopefully the West Coast meta is doing okay. Hey, Tom, good day. How's it going? Noir and my Netrunner. Yes, we're gonna be playing some of that Vic, who is now an ID that you want to play. I brought Vic to locals. I played 1 game on Tuesday. I mostly played Corporation. I played Bangoon. It was a lot of fun. And I played Vic once, and I played against RH Glacier, in which my lovely opponent said, I just took this Méliès deck and changed it to RH. And I'm like, I wanted to run more. I got ground out. He won with 1 card left in R&D. I ran it. It was not trashable. I did misplay it a bit, but it was still a good time. Zook, how's it going? Wahoo! Well, first time catching one live and quit some time. Welcome. How's it been? Hey, Elmindrada, do you think it's likely that they will open up more tickets for Worlds, or did I miss my opportunity? So I can't say 100%. I know that Worlds sold out, which, like, honestly, and I'm not saying this to like defud, I was surprised. Generally, North American Worlds don't sell out anywhere near as aggressively as European Worlds do. I think the like capacity of this World is smaller than the capacity of European Worlds last year, but that's kind of expected. It's just like European Worlds usually have higher attendances. Doesn't mean that they're better or worse. Still excited. I'm gonna go bike down to it. It's gonna take me 10 minutes. They're looking at getting a bigger space because the place where it is at the Palais de Congrès, which is basically a convention center. It has a lot of different rooms, like tons of different rooms. So right now, from my understanding, is that folks on El Sino Games are trying to figure out if they can find a bigger space that can have more people that makes sense within whatever budget they have to do this sort of thing. So I think there's a chance. I think what you can do is that there's probably like a wait list. So if you are trying to look for tickets, put your name on the wait list. There's also a chance, even if there's not more tickets open up. It's sometimes a bit close to the, the deadline for you to make a decision, which is a bit annoying. But there's always tickets that either like people drop out, people end up volunteering instead who already bought tickets, and they're like, why did you buy a ticket? You're volunteering. That doesn't make any sense. And so like they release tickets. So you can still put yourself on the wait list, which I assume exists. Unfortunately, I'm not a good person to ask because I volunteer, so I haven't bought a Worlds ticket in many years. But yeah, you should. I would say that there's definitely a chance. I know they're looking into it. I don't know how soon it'll happen, how realistic it is, but definitely put yourself on the wait list. I know a lot of people who've been to Worlds off of the wait list. So that's the best I could offer. Hopefully that helps a bit. You can also get involved in the Worlds Discord, where I have no doubt there's a bit more updates, as much as maybe FOMO could suck if that doesn't line up that well. Happy Fear No Evil Eve. Oh, wait, wrong channel. HFT, I have a box waiting for me. I called up. So for those who don't know, there's a new box for Marvel Champions that comes out tomorrow. And you don't get content super commonly, especially like big box content for the other game I really like, Marvel Champions. And there's a big old box coming out tomorrow, and it's been a while since it's been a big old box I've been excited for. Except in Canada, it's really hard to get Marvel Champions stuff on the date. Marvel Champions. Like, we've been months behind, which is, for someone who makes content, imagine like getting your stuff months later. It sucks. It's like everyone's on the internet's talking about it and you can't do it. It's just like a not good place to do content creation when you can't get the stuff. But my local store has it. It's set aside. They're very strict around street date, which, like, I mean, okay, I guess that is a crime or something. But yeah, I'm going to go in. I'm going to be at the board game store at 10 in the morning tomorrow being like, let me in so I can grab this box. I'm going to look so silly, take it home, and then we're going to stream all tomorrow if you want to check it out on the Crash Space. Link in the description. But yeah, this new box comes out tomorrow. So very, very excited, not only for new stuff, for cool stuff, but it looks good. It looks really good. Looks like a good box. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So happy you're getting it on time. Yeah, I was so stressed too because like my local store didn't even have it on their website until today. Like I called in and I'm like, you guys getting this? And like, yeah, it should be in on Friday. I'm like, okay, great. My expectations are both nowhere and super, super high. And then I called again today, be like, just checking, did it show up? And they're like, yeah, we have one with your name on it. I'm like, oh, it's literally there. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, can I show up tomorrow at 10? And they're like, I guess there's nothing stopping you. I'll be traveling tomorrow, but I'll try to pop in the stream and say, hey, I appreciate HFT. I know you had it maybe for a week now, but hopefully it's been good. I'm really excited for tomorrow. Need to get plane tickets. I need to get plane tickets. Probably should look into plane tickets. I do think those are getting more expensive considering the world is running out of oil. So probably need to nail that sooner than later. I published my first ever deck list on Marvel CDV, Daredevil Justice. Damn. Okay, I'll check that out. I'm going to be playing precons tomorrow, so like I can't really do much more than that, but it seems really strong. I think Daredevil seems busted. We'll find out. My LGS sets stuff aside for you if you sign up with them. Mine does too, but the thing is like I have to be wishy about it, like wishy-washy, which is very annoying for both them and probably for me, but mostly for them. Where like the last set came out, and as somebody who wants to like, you know, stream it on day one when it comes out, the store didn't get it in time. They got it a week and a half late, 2 weeks late. So I went to a different store, and then they called me, be like, we have your thing set aside, sir. And I'm like, oh, a friend got it for me. I don't need it. Thank you. But ultimately, like, I just have to go to whoever sells it to me quickest, which I don't like it. It feels bad. But it was fine. APAC World's going to be best worlds, not biggest, but best. I think APAC Worlds is probably going to be pretty big. It's really nice that they shouted out APAC Worlds would be happening as soon ahead of schedule as it is. So for those who don't know, APAC Worlds is happening in 2028, I'm pretty sure. So get prepared for that. I'm very excited. Looking forward to that. Pretty sure we'll be there. Pretty sure. How's everyone doing today? 28. Yeah, 27. It's going to be in Edinburgh. 28 somewhere in one of those places. I can't say the name right, but yeah, 2028 will be in APAC. We're assuming it's Australia. Could technically be named like Asia, but we're pretty sure it's gonna be in Australia. No one has confirmed that, but Crore, we know where Crore is. Let's just say that. I'm pretty sure we know where Crore is. I'm not 100% sure. All right, so this is the deck list of the week. It's Jungle Off With Your Heads from Sydney Megacity, which is in Asia. We're not going to play this. Not that we don't like to. In fact, the night before, and I knew Méliès U was getting banned, we played Méliès, like just Méliès in general. We played Jungle Méliès. We played even this deck, if I'm not mistaken. It did not go well for us. I got emails Friday morning, 5 in the morning, the ban list team emailed me like, hey, Andre, we watched the stream last night where you played like 4 games of Méliès and won none of them. We're thinking we're looking really silly. Like, why did you do that? We needed like evidence. And I said, maybe you should undo the ban list. And they said, no, we've written the article. So they had to go forward with it. I'm really sorry. We won't be playing this. Yeah, this is the deck you're playing. Yeah. Yeah, we were playing like a public trail, like Hugo Bray version with Unleashed. And then we played one game of this and it didn't feel good. We felt that sort of thing where like you score the Lotus Haze, but then you don't have any upgrades and it doesn't do anything. Which like if you have a Proprietary Negation, and a lot of the decks right now that are playing Méliès U are just playing like reasonable Glacier, like sensible Glacier, which is just playing like Proprietary Negation. And that's it. And they don't have to play all these cards that only do some things on certain board states. And we looked silly. We looked really, really silly. We had a very, very, very bad last hurrah with Méliès U. And I'm okay with that. I think I can walk away with that and not have to like open up that wound again. So we're just going to not play this for a bit. Beautiful city. It was just in Edinburgh. Granted, we had sunny weather, which apparently never happens. Not the last time I was in where was Worlds last year? It was in Edinburgh, right? That doesn't sound right. I got emails saying that you had to change your ban list to add Méliès just to save you from yourself. Hey, Aldra's crashing out up there. Maybe we could just ban this and like call it even. He'll be better for it. So the other thing that's probably what a lot of people are finding out and playing is Handgoon and Bangoon in general. Mind you, also Harmon B posted a list. And I brought this to a meetup and I had a ton of fun. I did play a couple games against like a pretty new player, but it was cool to see like, hey, we can explain to you like at this point, this is what I have to worry about. I'm on 2 agenda points. I have an agenda in the remote server and measured response could be alive next turn. And so like talking through that's actually a lot of fun. This list kind of slaps in a really cool way. I don't think it's bulletproof at all, but I think it's really fun and does some really weird stuff. So I'm not going to play it today because I'm pretty sure we're going to end up playing this as the deck list of the week next week. And we have a lot of exploration to do with Bangoon because Bangoon is like kind of cool and this deck is kind of cool. The players who played are really good, but it's like not a list I think I would have got close to building like this. And I'm glad that someone did, where they started with something that was already a bit suspect and they continued going then the angle until they have learned something and have assured themselves, hey, maybe this is right. Maybe we should play 3 Tucana, 3 digital rights management and like a weird ice suite. And it's sick. It's kind of sick. I want to play this against a couple people on Tuesday in person. I have this sleeved up. And let me tell you, and I was doing this for what it's worth in also in Swiki, not so much Tucana, but like when you're playing against criminal Zaya that wants to run central servers and you score out in the remote server or you score an eminent domain on top of a Tucana and you do that 2 turns in a row, getting 2 free Biowax and then 2 free like 3 to 4 class dice on centrals. Yeah, the game's messed up. The game's like straight up messed up. And that's not even the mean thing this does. It's just like, oh, the remote server sucks because there's only 1 pointers in it. But I'm going to lose if I don't keep running it, which hurts. Melu, my beloved, I need to switch to startup to keep doing war crimes. I mean, startup. Maybe that's a cool thing you can play. Yeah, Melu startup. Hey, Funky Man, how's it going? Cool. With that being said, I think we're going to just play like some criminal. There is an idea, it's very abstract, but there's an idea that Vic might be just like a better runner to be playing in 2026. And the reason is that Méliès might not be around anymore. And if Méliès is not around more, maybe you can be running a bit more freely. I do think some people are just going to convert from playing Jinteki Glacier to a different Jinteki Glacier and Restoring Humanity, which honestly is fine. I think that the idea abilities, it's okay. It seems okay. Those decks were not as good, but they're a little more honest to like interact with, right? Like when you can make 1 run a turn, you can make that 1 run a turn and not feel awful about it, which is good. So maybe they can do that, but also like Reality Plus is coming back. And I know a lot of people are trying to play Reality Plus, which is clearly, I don't know why this is not loading, but Reality Plus cares to give you tags. I only ended up playing 1 game of Vic on Tuesday, and I fired his ID text 0 times. So like that's still a thing. Like that still doesn't sit well with me. But DreamNET did fire like 7 or 8 times. So like maybe that's our ID text. I can't tell. Brendan, come to the Eternal side. There's no shot people are playing Méliès in Eternal. If they're doing war crimes in Eternal, yes. Tom, you don't have to yell. This is your good stuff Vic deck. Yeah, this is my good stuff Vic deck right now. I only brought this out on Tuesday where I built it and I played very little games. In terms of what I like and what I don't like from it, I think there's some changes we can make. I think the 1x boomerang, probably not it. When it comes to the MU, it's a bit constricted, but I think 2 Chesva might be better than 1 Leech. I think that's going to depend on the meta. I think the Chesvas are really good because once you have 2 Chesvas, especially if you're playing against Jinteki Glacier, you can actually run a central a turn cheaply. And one of the big things you have to do with DreamNET is run something cheaply every turn. So, I mean, that lines up really, really well. We're notably not on 2 twinning, which is not super common for criminal decks because you need to present multi-axis somewhat quicker than just a 1 of. But we do have Iru, which at least that's a card that kind of works with Vic. It was a bit harder against the Lotus Haze Restoring Humanity on Tuesday. But yeah, this is not a bad card. And it's like generally a very good card and it's a bit better with us. We have a lot of like slow setup economy that doesn't require interaction. And that was the thing that I played when I struggled playing Vic earlier in this meta. It was like, hey, we have DreamNET and we should play all these cards like Carpe Diem and all these run events and stuff like that. And then you realize like in the matchups where you just can't run all the time, most of your deck falls apart. So we're kind of in the midpoint, at least this list is, where we have a lot of like, you know, upfront economy, what you kind of expect from a criminal. But then we also have like 3 daily casts and 3 open markets and Paladin Poema, which feels good. Like it genuinely feels good just to set up and go slowly. So time for Borrowed Goods. I mean, there's a chance you could play Borrowed Goods for 1 MU, but like what a card I'm going to draw my opening hand against like Méliès, or sorry, against AUCO and be like, what am I doing with my life? Like I cannot play that card just to give me 1 MU in that situation. I think it's more likely we'll just play whatever's better, the 5th Chesva, or the 2nd Chesva, or the 1st Leech, based off of the matchup and the breakpoints with the breakers. Shibboleth sucks. I don't know what to say. Shibboleth is awful. Like maybe we should just spend the influence on Unity because like I hate playing Shibboleth. Late game Shibboleth is awful. So I could see a world where we play like 1 Shibboleth, 1 Unity. You could maybe do Buzzsaw, play Tungsten Tailor, try all that sort of stuff out. But like I spent a lot of Tuesday trying to break, threat 5, 5 strength Atinis with Shibboleth, and it hurt. It genuinely very much hurt. And I don't know what to do about that. This card's really good early, but it's very, very, very bad late. That's ideally what these two things deal with, but we'll find out. I don't have the brain power for Eternal War Crimes. I'll sign up for Sparkling Water Crimes, though. Brennan, I don't know what's going on anymore. I've been experimenting with Gachapon since it can grab Twinning and DreamNET. Yeah, I could see that being fine. I think this deck has slightly too little card draw, maybe for Criminal List. The cool thing is if in certain matchups when you get your DreamNET, you don't need any more card draw than that. In fact, like we finished games where we've never clicked to draw, which is cool. Like this deck can do that, maybe a bit more than some other decks in the format that play Criminal. But like, yeah, Gachamon's not bad. It also gets you your breakers, which are good. You can remove cards from the game, which in Criminal doesn't feel as good as an Anarch because you don't really have a lot of redundancy and a lot of your events are that good. But I could see it. I mean, do you know what you could also play? No joke. Can you just make this make sense? Why is no free lunch not virtual? Like the commission for the art must be like, give us the most weird virtual thing. And they're like, yeah, got you. Bruno's on it. And then they send this and it's not virtual. Why? How is this not virtual? It's the inside of a computer and space. Regardless, if you make this make sense, it could make sense. The thing is, like, you generally want to go all virtual. So if you play a couple of virtuals, like Meeting for the Mind isn't the best card. It's not the worst card. Is it better than Gachapon? Heavens no. Is it less influence than Gachapon? Yeah, I guess so. Is it more consistent? Yeah. You cannot make that make sense. You cannot make it make sense. What happened? Give it a trade. Let us play with it. The 5th Chesva ideas that sound good during all-nighter. Hey, Ochagun. Yeah, I don't know. Gachamon's interesting, though. I could see that. I feel like it's not the smoothest thing to play in Criminal, because I don't want to remove my cards from the game. I couldn't figure out whether to play 2 Boomerangs or 1 Mutual Favor. I'm honestly kind of leaning towards 2 Mutual Favors, and hear me out. The bad thing about Vic and DreamNET is if you can't run, you can't do your thing. So making sure you're able to run at all times is really important. So a lot of Criminal lists are not even running Mutual Favor anymore, but I actually really liked it because, well, face checking can be a bit scary. If you face check, you find out what you need, and then you can just get Mutual Favor for it. It's like we're playing 2012 Criminal. Like that's what you did. And it does feel pretty good here to be like, okay, well, I know it's on R&D. I can get it, and then I can run. And every run is like subsidized heavily by a card and a credit. So like you can get away with making runs that don't make that much sense when the run is actually like tempo positive. You can go for singles. So it's kind of neat. Digital Insanity is playing Gachapon. Yeah, but I don't understand that deck. I think that deck is a psyop. That deck doesn't make any sense to me. The deck is weird. It's like genuinely a weird deck, and I don't understand why we're doing these weird things, but we'll find out. Monkey Man, wait, you said hey all twice. How you doing again? You still good? Yeah, that's it. That's mostly it. We're not on a Awaken plant. Maybe we could be. I can't tell if we should be on 2 mutuals, 2 boomerangs, 1 of 1. But otherwise, it's like a pretty boring list. I do not like Shibboleth. Shibboleth is very, very expensive when you have to start using it. Playing 2 Chesva is actually pretty fine. I think Leech might make more sense if we play different breakers like Echelon or other stuff because the breakpoints might be more impactful. Finding an impactful breakpoint off of a Carmen is not super hard. I mean, if you find a drafter, you can save 2 whole credits with a Leech counter, which is nice. And again, at the end of the day, this is about running. Are we good into assets? I mean, yeah, kind of. DreamNET is inherently a good asset tech card, one of the best in the format. And then Fencer Fueno is the other asset tech card, which for 1 influence seemed totally fine. I think there's a chance you can even consider playing a Biobands in this list, not because of the tag removal, but more so because you have 2 Chesvas, so it could help you set up. But I think Fencer Fueno is probably the good midpoint of like an econ card that's reasonable against most matchups, even the ones that are not full assets, because you have to trash a low coast every once in a while. And of course, we do have 2 pinholes, so we can get there. Completely forgot. A long day. It's okay. Hopefully it's okay. Hey, Lucy. I held your spot. Thanks, Brennan. I think Lucy appreciates it. How you been, Lucy? Let's give it a shot. I mean, it's not exciting. I'll be honest. This is like play your fundamentals, but it definitely is not an exciting Vic deck. You could do weirder. I don't know if you need to, but you definitely could. But this is what I was excited to try out in the new meta and hopefully try playing against Reality Plus and see how it feels. Well, are we going to play against Reality Plus today? I don't know. It's not up to me, really, is it? Oops. Let's go. New game, runner, this. I guess we still have to rate this, right? Because people might be practicing for the weekend. 26,08. That's right. Oh, I guess we have to make this casual in case the R plus sickos. We want to get the R plus sickos in here because we want to play against them. Runners. So we have to make it casual. Because our deck was still standard legal before or after. It's called new runner deck. I'll take no questions. Is this based off of a Double Bulbs John Netrunner deck? No, I don't think I know what that is. I'm assuming that's just a good Vic deck, right? Deck list. This is just like very archetypal, clean Criminal in 2026, what it looks like. And for what it's worth, Criminal has looked like this for a long time. The only real big difference for the last year and a half is we're actually playing 2 breakers. Just search John Netrunner. It's very similar, but like, of course it is. I don't care about Praxis too much in Vic. A lot of people want to put it in there because it says the word tag. You can recur DreamNets and daily cast, so it's slightly better. We have less card draw because we're on 1 Nuka, but in the matchups where DreamNet can't fire every turn, you do want 2 Nukas, I think. You're on Mystic and Paladin. I think I'm on slightly fewer events, but maybe not actually. No, about the same events. I don't know if Mystic is worth it. I don't think there's that many triggers in a game. I might be wrong about it, but you need to draw her early. And then playing Copulation instead of Leech is fair. Like that's a bit more multi-axis, and we don't have the biggest multi-axis. But yeah, it's like most criminalists look like this, which I mean, maybe the name John Netrunner is good for that. But the Eru is fun. The DreamNet's fun. The daily cast is fun. This is good. Yeah, I'm into this. Also, like 2 Nuka is nice too, because like we have 3 open markets, and just like getting a twinning charge off of installing a connection is pretty good. Hey, Harp, how's it going? First time I managed to catch stream. How's it going? It's going good. It's a busy old weekend. We got Netrunner tonight. Tomorrow's a new Marvel Champions release, so big stream all day. Saturday morning, we're casting America's Megacity, followed by a film, because it's a film festival here, followed by a free Weird Al concert. And then Sunday's more Marvel Champions streaming. It is a weekend, let me tell you. Hey. How you doing, Art? All day MC stream tomorrow? Yeah, it's gonna be a long one. You don't have to yell. Yeah, the new set, Fear No Evil, comes out tomorrow. I'm going to pick it up at 10 in the morning, probably start streaming around 11 and 12, stream for like 6 hours or something. Why not 2 Dr. Nuka? We are. I Double didn't because of influence. And in the decks, in the matchups where DreamNet is firing all the time, you don't need 2 Nukas. The thing is, like, for me, if you don't draw your DreamNet, you're in a bad spot. Melty, she mulliganed. I don't know what she's playing. She's on 44 HP PD. Could be combo, could be just reg stuff. Now this hand has a DreamNet, and sometimes if you have a DreamNet, you're just meant to keep it. We have DreamNet, we could run, we could play daily cast, we could be bankrupt. We could do DreamNet Class Act, that's fine. We could Bravado into most of PD's ice on turn 1. I'm going to keep this because it has DreamNet, but it's honestly not that good. If we had a Sure Gamble or a Dirty Laundry, I'd be a bit happier. Sorry, Clean Getaway. But I mean, it could be worse. We also don't have any of our slow econ like Paladin or something like that, which we'd love to put on turn 1. Lots of stuff for me to do. I'm pretty mobility limited at the moment. Oh, hopefully it's okay. Caveat, that's good money she has. I wonder if this can be more Glacier. Hey, Paul, how's it going? I plan to hear Weird Al as well. I might see you there then, huh? So there's something in Archives. We can't really do DreamNet Bravado because it's a bit clumsy. Unfortunately, she can res both of these, but even just running Archives is a click for a card and a credit, which is pretty good. So did she keep or she mulled? She mulled, so we want to go HQ. Best of luck, have fun. So we'll just send it. Like now Drafter has a target in Archives, which is not good. In theory, she could blow this out if it's an MIC. If it's an MIC, we'll just put down Class Act and pass. MIC on HQ is never easy for us to deal with. Recovering from surgery, good surgery though. I mean, hopefully that sounds like good surgery. That's sick. It's a Drafter. Okay, could be worse. We can now respond to her if she installs something, but of course the Caveat's coming back. We do have 5 clicks. I forgot about that. We have a huge turn this turn because Caveat did give us something. So this is something we probably want to check with DreamNet, and we're going to get 4 credits off of this. So if it is like a, what's it called? Tranquility, we're going to have to deal with it. I mean, that usually does happen, doesn't it? DreamNet's turned off. I'm not a smart man. DreamNet's turned off. That is so painful. It's the first time you make a successful run. Oh, my heart. My poor heart. Yeah, I know, Gyro. So we'll try and push this down. We're assuming it's a Tranquility, which we'll, you know, pay for if we need to. The quick uninstall? That's my secret text. I installed a DreamNet and uninstalled it, realizing it won't fire this turn. Yeah, we still have 3 clicks left because Caveat gave us 1. Yeah. Jack out after Drafter to keep DreamNet? No shot. I think the Axis is worth it. You gave me 1 by playing Caveat. Yeah, that was your choice. Okay, the spin doctor. Okay, that's fine. We're not gonna trash the spin doctor. All right, so we could do daily cast, class act, credit. Sorry, just credit. That drops us down to 4 next turn, which is fine. Sorry, 5. So we can top deck anything. Paladin's great. Chesva we don't need exactly. Open Market's good. Sure Gamble's good. Nuka's good. All of these cards are really good. We have 2 Chesva and it's not very useful here because we don't have Breaker, so we'll bottom it, but it's a very good card. That's why we play 2. Since it wasn't in archives. I mean, we're gonna have another big turn here. At least she has money as well. Okay, so 2 boomerangs is good for this sort of situation. Now that we have a transfer. But now like getting through a drafter is going to take us a couple cards. Unfortunately, power draw there. You want to like draw first before playing caveat. I don't think it's going to change the turn. And she ices up archives. This happened before where I run a spin doctor on Tuesday and my opponent's like not fire and I fire DreamNET. And then I do it next turn and like, okay, I'm going to pop it, which like does just happen. Okay, so this turn we probably can just set up. We could get the DreamNET poke, but I don't think she's gonna let us. If she lets us hit the spin doctor, it's like pretty good for us. So maybe we can force that out. But we want to do like Sure Gamble, Open Market, Paladin. And then we probably need a draw. So I think we'll draw first and then we'll just dump 3 cards. Okay, do we want a Nuka or favor? Well, we already have a Nuka and a favor means we can get into HQ. So we can just install 3 cards. So we'll do this one, this one, this one, and just say we have a 4th click. Shut up. What are you doing, buddy? You have a 4th click? I mean, I'm just gonna click for a credit now to save face. This is how you'll end up power drawing, right? We definitely don't want to draw here. We could install the Nuka. I mean, we're gonna use it. We only have 1 twinning, so it's not like we have to worry about the open market. Jacking out of the drafter is like maybe a thing, but then we can't get the access. And like that was after a mulligan with 3 cards in hand. Maybe it was 4 because of the thing went back. Yeah, 5 clicks is like so hard to play in your turnaround. She has 21 credits. I think she's a big deal deck. Like, I don't think you normally see this unless she's just going to big deal out, which like, oh my God, is that going to get me bad? So we can mutual favor for the drafter. Carmen breaks us for $700. So the best we have is Revolver, which is not super sustainable, but that's why you want to find your leech. So if we get 5 boomerang transfer, I mean, she needs to be on fewer than 18, so it's not even that good. But we'll start here. We're drawing a lot. Okay, so not great. This is why the mutuals are really good, because if your deck is all about running, you need to run. Clean Getaway is a 3 credit econ card. Running through HQ is actually pretty reasonable once we get down Chesva and a Breaker, because if we're running for HQ, it's refunded by 3 credits and a card draw every turn. So we can hit for singles. This is seemingly like a matchup in which she's just going to big deal from hand. Maybe she's also on core damage. So I can't tell what she's doing, but it looks like we can zoom in the screen as much as we want, and it probably won't matter. So that's unfortunate because I thought we were going to be running the remote server every once in a while. So we need to get through a drafter, which is actually kind of painful. It is kind of painful. We're not on Echelon, which we could be. So, I mean, Daily Cast Open Market are easy setups. We want to fire the Paladin if we can. I think I'm going to keep the Chesva because it's the second Chesva. So the Clean Getaway is going to be less money than the Chesva, and we already have good liquidity. I mean, the other option is to get rid of the open market, but Clean Getaway might be even better than DreamNET. So we could do, oh, we still have 5 clicks. We can do Mutual Favor, install Echelon. So Mutual Favor, install Echelon. Chesva is about the same as DreamNET. We can install DreamNET, we can run HQ. So I guess the Clean Getaway is probably right. That's fine. Carmen's really expensive. We install it, and then we also have to like keep breaking the thing. So we can do 1, 2, run HQ. We definitely want a Hermes as well. But this is just bullets. We can't do this forever. Yeah. Yeah, so this is full PD. So all we need to do is get multi-access. This is going to suck. This is remoteless. The first one we can take as a negative point. She also might be on kill. I don't know these lists too well, but they just do like public trail into end of line. So we need to keep cards in hand. Yeah, we don't have Echelon. We have 1 Carmen. We have 1 Revolver. Oh, remote server. So Jupe stat push maybe? We expended our 1 mutual, but we're making 4 credits a turn. Okay, power draw and then push. Okay. So we never need that. We can do Boomerang Run. Leech is really good if we went for the other Breaker. I am finding no time to put the DreamNET down, which is probably on me. My hunch is Unleash. Yeah, it's not unlikely to be like, what's it called? Distributed into Unleash into a tier, which like, no free lunch. You could play in Vic. It's not virtual. Weird how that doesn't matter. So this could be Jupe Stab, which we kind of have to deal with. Yeah, I don't think there's too much different ice that she can be running here, but we haven't got big dealed yet. We can install a DreamNET, and it should fire this turn. It's going to be good in this matchup, so we'll run last click. I mean, there's one less subroutine on MIC we have to deal with. Braun gets a bit harder. Sleipnir, okay, that's good. So, I think she can draw a card. Shuffling these back in doesn't matter that much. Drawing a card's actually pretty good. I don't think we care if these get shuffled in, though. Yeah, okay. You had extra clicks a game, and now we've not found time for a DreamNET. I don't know, but we've only made one run so far, so it's a tranquility. We said we would trash this. This brings us down to 2 credits, and we have too many cards in hand. Why did we install the DreamNET? All these cards are really good. I mean, the Pinhole is the least good card. She's on 17. This will drop us to 2. Next turn we'll be on 5. I mean, I think we get rid of it. And then I guess we'll get rid of the Pinhole. We have a lot of money in her hand. At least at this point, now we can get into HQ, we can get some leech counters. We're running HQ for free, plus. So we'll just start sniping HQ every once in a while. Hospitality for Tranquility. I mean, they banned Méliès U for something just like this, didn't they? And there's a chance that this isn't the Tranquilities, but we really can't afford to check. So I think we just do Leech Getaway. We could draw for a transfer, but the transfer's not even that good. I think we're just going to try and get our draw off of DreamNET. But this is the sort of matchup where is why you play 2-twinning in standard, because if you can't generate multi-access, we're just playing full slot machine. Now, at this point, she's drawn through a lot of cards, so she probably has points in hand. The thing is, like, we have to find the 5-3s and the big deals. Okay, so this is good. Too many cards in hand. I've never seen a correct statement. I don't mind discarding cards, but like in this matchup, it's totally fine. It just feels unelegant. We'll take the. We might take the Class Act actually. We have a lot of money. It's not liquid money, but we need more card draw. It's a Managarm. I don't think I want to trash that. We're gonna run out of bullets sooner than later, so I think we refresh the Class Act and we put down a new daily casts. Or we probably just do this. This is faster money. Cool. Hermes is good. 2 transfers is good. Shibboleth is okay. Shibboleth will be okay for a bit. So at least it is a Tranquility. We'll see if she hits us with a big deal here. This is why we need a Hermes a moment ago. It opens up R&D, but like singles are pretty good. We can die out of anywhere. Like we have no tech for the don't die. So Managarm into supposedly looking like a 5-3. So our job here is actually to bounce with Hermes, is not to fight the server. Because this is Managarm. Yeah, I don't think we fight the server. We could do Hermes into transfer into run R&D. Transfer's not that good, but like, hey, we have Vic text. We can't run HQ anymore. Don't worry about that. We can run it one more time. So many triggers. Nice. Oof, not a good hit. Okay. So she could trash her stuff if we're to tag. We don't know if she's ungreasing, but we definitely need to find a bounce here. We could run this and spend into it. We could do like Shibboleth run. We break this for at least 2, and then we pay 5 for the Managarm and deal with the agenda. I mean, I think we probably just do that. Yeah, I think we just do that. This has to be an agenda. Like if we got the Hermes bounce here, that would be way easier. We'd bounce the Managarm and then run the server, but I think we're just gonna deal with the server. I don't think this is an advanceable trap. If it is, okay. So boosting on this is slightly ugly. It costs us 2 credits, so we'll just save 1. And then we'll break, end the run, of course. I don't think I care about the shuffle. I care about the card draw more because she definitely isn't a big deal waiting room. So Managarm gets res, we pay 5. We're gonna touch, oh wait, we can't, no, she's not gonna be on the thing, on Méliès. She is. What the what? What are we playing against? I was gonna say she's not on Méliès because she has to be on Salvo, but she's on both? So what is this? Are we ever gonna run the server again? Yeah, weird list. That is like very much not the expected card here, so we can play like that. Because we have we think she's on Salvo testing if she's on core damage, but or Nightmare Arcas, but she just might be on like cards. Do we deal with this? Yeah. Her money's good though. Melty's been cooking some weird but very good stuff. Yeah, I have no idea. If she scores us out with a seamless, like we open up R&D, which is like pretty good for us. Oh no, she gets a click back. Man, yeah, Méliès. I was totally happy for this to be a salvo. She pulled back a Managarm Skunk Works. I mean, that's on me. Could be PD with 3 LTD and 1 a Nightmare to be extra rude. Yeah, it looks like it. Could be 6 3s. I mean, maybe, but then Nightmare Archives doesn't matter. So I'm not 100% sure. I can't tell what this is. Okay, the issue is running Centrals is now a bit expensive. We could face check if it's a drafter, it's pretty bad, but now her money will be a bit slow. She needs to push in the Sleipnir server, so like the leech counters are pretty good. So we'll just face check. We don't have a Kurapira, but if it's like a Brawn Res, we can click it if we really want to. And okay, wow, so very expensive. So we don't have a reprise, so this is going to be on the table. We can triple click through this. It gives us DreamNET, leech, draw, and all that sort of stuff, which I think is pretty good. Because we're always going to break, no, not always, but yeah, we'll just go for a single. It's fine. Pinel and Shibboleth, okay. Yeah, so I don't know what we're doing anymore. We're in a weird spot. So she cares about us not having clicks. I wonder if that means she's on like Oppo or something, but she wants us not to have clicks with both caveat and active policing. So the runner stole our trash, we can have 1 fewer and we're on threat 3. So like at some point we're just going to not have a turn. Interesting. Yeah, this Tranquility is now going to like keep her afloat. We should have dealt with it. Triple click through Brown and hit another Méliès. I mean, at least we'll know where it is, right? So we think that's the Managarm. If she's only on 6 3s, right? Like there's not that many agendas in the game and we have to steal half of them, which is going to hurt. She could seamless out anything here and we'd be pretty upset. At this point, we need to find 1 card in our deck that deals with a drafter, which is pretty expensive. We could poke Archives and see if she reses. We can also just run HQ and break one of the subroutines on drafter, which gives her back one of these cards, which I'm not super excited to do. So I think we actually have to find something. We can draw first here. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh man, that's a bad fold though. Like that's a bad 2 options because the twinning is how we win. The Carmen is how we get into HQ. That's awful. That's so bad. All right. I mean, there's probably a line where we transfer HQ just to get in cheaply, but we could run Archives. I think if she reses, we're happy. Playing with 3 punters doesn't feel like it makes much sense with Nightmare Archives. I agree. So I don't know. Maybe she's going to seamless out. Okay, that's bad. So now we're forced here to throw this out. So we can only break 1 subroutine. Install a card from HQ or Archives could push it into this remote server. That could fire Tranquility, but then she has to risk it on top of the Managarm. So I'm going to say that she can't do that. She can get back a Seamless or Hedge Fund. What did she add back? She added back a Managarm, not a Seamless. So she might have another Seamless by now. She added a Seamless. Okay, no surprise. We still get good value here off of the DreamNET. We still have a tag, which we should have removed the tag instead of drawing last turn. What did we do? We drew. We're big. We're not meant to draw, especially because now we have to like install a daily casts. Yeah, we messed this up. So we'll install this for 1. We can now run HQ really cheap, which is good. We could do a transfer. She didn't pull back the Hedge Fund, but she can still score out and be on game point like very, very, very quickly. This Fencer Fueno might matter. Not guaranteed, but might. But we now at least like have our board state set up. I think a transfer here is not bad, but we've used our Chesva. I just don't want to install a daily casts. I can't believe we drew when he could have cleared a tag. That's so bad. Because now if we do this, we just draw another card and discard another card. I think ultimately that's better than not doing it though. Yeah. Oof. Okay, so we'll throw out the Fencer, we'll throw out the Pinel. The Pinel's not bad though, because she has a Managarm. It might be okay. Man, max punished. We could have just ran the remote server on turn 1 and we've been fine on click 1. Yeah, transfer's okay here. I think we could just transfer. Oh, Perch. I mean, yeah, that hurts us for sure. None of these servers are really kind. So the thing that we want to find is another Chesva. Well, we do just break this for like only 1 real credit, so it's not that bad. So we're just going to go for the transfer here on HQ. Unfortunately, we don't have any shuffle effects besides the 1 boomerang because we only have 1 mutual favor. So we know that our 18 cards down is our multi-axis card unless we find Iru. So here we'll just pay out of pocket. So we think this is a Managarm because she has a Seamless. She could have scored. And she's not weak to Hermes, so I don't think she has it. So if anything, we should be running R&D. So many triggers. We'll take the Getaway. Leech. Oh, okay. That's upsetting. So that's scary. So we want to make 1 good run a turn, and we need to make a count, which is, again, Wake would be really good here. Twinning would be really good here because we have the setup. So we'll Vic the tag. We'll sure gamble and just install some slow money. This is credit neutral this turn. The problem is we have to get through a whole deck to get the twinning because Carmen twinning was a really, really, really bad class act. But she has good ambitions if she has a Myoshu, which means that she probably is on 2-pointers. So we have to watch out that she can do like seamless advanced Myoshu and win off of a 2-pointer. For that, she'll still need some credits. And that leech counter is so good because now we're running HQ for free. The problem is like the brawn is really expensive. Leech counters can convert into the brawn with Kurapira and actually like buy 2 get 1 free. Your shibboleth will be active all game. Yeah, good news. All right, this server now probably matters a bit more. So I think we can check it. I think we just want to double click this. We don't know if it's an anoetic, so I don't think we can clean getaway this, but I think we're just going to run this first click and double click the Managarm. I'm not confident enough to clean getaway this, but we definitely want to be able to deal with cards in the server. Again, every run that we make is subsidized pretty heavily, more on centrals than anything else. So the leech counter here is worth 2. It's the same with carbon, so it's fine. She has a spin doctor, so I don't care about the shuffle effect. We also could just be running the spin doctor to force her to pop it. It's not really a priority, but like she can't let us touch this card if we haven't DreamNetted. So like even just running it goes. Yoshi's great with train. It's very good with train. So Res Managarm, yeah, okay. So 2 clicks I think is worth it. We'll still have a click to contest with this, and we can still like install a card. Oh, excuse me. Transfer. Spin. So we don't have to deal with that. We'll deal with the Tranquility and the Managarm, I think. Okay, so it's 2 spins. So she has cards for days. If we run this spin, nothing happens. She didn't res that, which, I mean, she could have trashed this to res it. We're losing our Chesva this turn. So we can last click transfer her down to 1. It's probably pretty good. And just float a tag. If she floats a tag, she can't really do anything here. Yeah, okay. If we had our turning wheel, or sorry, our twinning, we can't float a tag here. We're just going to keep putting the pressure on. Especially because this is house money. Every turn that we don't use this is expensive. And the leech is worth a lot. Ugh. All right, expensive for both of us. We have a hot cast. I mean, she's on 1 credit. If she does credit trash the cast, we're okay with it. We install this for free. Like, you got to take risks. We'll take that risk for sure. And now every turn this run on HQ is so fun. The problem is it's so free. The issues we're not converting into actually getting multi-axis. And the brawn on R&D is really good. The thing is with the spin doctors, if she draws agendas, she'll probably jettison them. So like, this is not amazing. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I want to use the leech counter. Like, collecting the leech counters is good for the brawn. But like, if we had a twinning, we'd be okay. Like, I guess not clicking through the brawn because we have to steal the Méliès. I don't want to run archives because of the nightmare. We'll find out. The thing is, like, she might make us trash this, which is not the worst, I think. I mean, both of these are really good. Iru's our other multi-axis. I think we just go for Iru here. We're on threat 3. That's good. Okay. I don't know her list is. Now she has 3 2s that have text. So this steals. It makes Paladin hungry. We can bounce the Spin Doctor. We could consider, well, installing the Kurapir for sure. We'll clear the tag, I think. Yeah. Okay, so free Kurapir we have to do. And then I think we just install the open market pass. We've done enough damage. Yeah, I don't know what her list is. She's on Megapre. I can't tell. Spin Doctor just gets popped. Her hand is a Spin Doctor. That's all we know. 2 Tranks are out. 1 Managarm's out. The thing is, like, we just don't have a twinning. And this is what I mean. Like, the cost of not playing twinning is expensive. But we'll just drop down Iru and go. And with Iru, like, Hermes can deal with this. She's a connection. Oh, open market. Oh my gosh. Sick. All right, so this sees only 2 cards. I mean, it's not bad. We make so much from this. So one of these might be a spin. Boomerang's not the worst, but Clean Getaway is a bit better. Seamless off the top. Humanoid. I don't think we care if she draws the humanoid, but this will let us see deeper faster. Okay, we can Bravado Server too. We can't steal a Méliès, but if she reses a Managarm, she does. If it's Tranquility, we'll have the money to deal with it. Yeah, this is okay. 3 LTD, 3 Mega P3 train Nightmare means we got to steal a lot of 1 points. We don't want to see the trains. Yes. Any train matchup is like, you have to see all of them. I don't know if this is like the... Is Melty just playing like the... Well, no, because she's playing Nightmare. I don't know a lot of the decks that play the Mega Pre thing that have to play Nightmare too. Because like, you don't have to play Nightmare in this list. Your agenda suite's so good. She can shuffle, technically. That means trashing the humanoid was a bit silly, but we didn't plan this turn out enough. Nightmare might just do core. Yeah, we haven't seen any reason for this. The next Nightmare might take core, but we could just die out of nowhere. Oh, it is a Managarm res. Okay. So we'll pay 5. Let them dream. Okay. So we're on threat 1. Paladin gets that. There's no Hermes trigger. We can't trash that, but we do still have 8 credits. So she is flooding up. We don't know what she drew into. I don't know what we know about the hand besides Miyoshu, but she just clicks for 3. Now, at this point, we've lost spent every transfer, so we can't really put that much pressure on. But again, we're running with Eru to see a lot for very little cost. This run's a bit expensive because we don't have the second leech, but another Chesva will be just as good as a leech. So again, we spend 2, we get back a leech, a card draw, and a credit. The Paladin Puemo might discard herself. Megapre, okay, still no Hermes. Seamless. Okay, so the Seamless was shuffled, so that's not necessarily that one. Oh, that's actually really good top deck. Dang. So we just do this every once in a while. The problem is we need to see so many cards. It could be right to run HQ here with a Bravado to go for a single. We know only Miyoshu in hand. This Managarm, I think we've thrown out every single pinhole we have. But again, like we just need a twinning. Oh my god, do we need a twinning? If we're charging a twinning every turn, we're in a really good spot. It's in our 9 card somewhere. But like this is the sort of matchup now where you see how good DreamNET actually is. Ooh, Cultivate. That gives her a lot of control. I think there's a chance she's throwing out agendas in archives, on Nightmare Archives. It's a bit expensive to check, but with Eru, like she knows we can see the top. So she has some weird options here. Why not play Nightmare to be extra root? I mean, you can. The thing is, like, it's a slot that could be something that's more proactive. So like it is, you know, somewhat expensive to play. But yeah, it does look like she's on the Megapre, Let Them Dream, Méliès, so 3/3/3. So if we don't steal a Méliès, we can't win the game. Yeah, if we don't steal Méliès, we literally cannot win. The cool thing is if we steal Méliès, the Nightmare doesn't matter. But yeah, this Agenda Suite is like mega cursed. Hedge Fund? Okay. Again, Miyoshu's the big threat that she could win. Cultivate is sick. It's a really good card. Yeah, very, very cool card. She knows that our Eru won't work. We can just contest this with a Bravado. It probably won't be anything good, but like we don't have much to do here. Whether we use the leech here or somewhere else doesn't really matter. And I don't want to do Eru into 3 known cards. This is the Spin Doctor? I think this is the Spin Doctor, right? I mean, double clicking the Managarm doesn't really cost us anything, but I think this is the Spin Doctor. We'll let her shuffle if she wants to, because it messes up the Cultivate if she set it up. The thing is, like, out of the Chesvas from this point forward, we don't have a lot of money in the deck, so we just need to find second Chesva and twinning. So if she does this ability to shuffle, she messes up the Cultivate. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. You don't have to fire it. She did. Okay, so Eru is a bit more valuable here. Clicks are not as good as credits. This is a spin for sure. Where's an... Oh, hold on. What are we touching? Yeah, it's a spin. I mean... This is how she could protect the Cultivate. Now it's going to unknown stuff. I don't think we deal with this. I think dealing with the Managarm is reasonable. This is spin 2. We have a lot more money than we think. We can't Eru last click without floating a tag, so we probably won't. No, I don't think we trash. Do we Eru if we can't remove the tag? No, I don't think we do. We will trash this though. I think we'll just draw for our twinning. We have 7 cards left. We haven't shuffled yet, so we have to draw again. We have to draw through like 19 cards to find our twinning. It's a bit faster though, because you double draw with Class Act and we draw clicklessly. And this is again with the Nuka. Like at this point, we don't need a Nuka. But a Compilation would be good. Compilation would be really good. Hospitality, wow, we really need to go HQ here. Like Eru sees more cards, but HQ is probably has points. She grabbed back a card. We will not know. She can keep her secrets, but she's on 16, so we just have to like fun run archives. So we're gonna take some Nightmares. We can definitely take 1 core damage with this hand. We should just do this. Actually, I don't think the core damage matters. If we don't steal a Méliès, this doesn't matter. So we can just take negative points. There's nothing in the format that scales off agendas in a score area, does it? Okay, that's good. Let Them Dream. So she threw out White Space. She threw out the Miyoshu. So we're on 3 agenda points. Paladin, Parodies, Hermes. Okay. So we actually can install the twinning with Paladin Puemo because it's already like past its window. We can run HQ here for a credit, which is not bad. Like we don't have to do everything perfectly. If that's the case, like she probably does have points in hand. We need to make sure we're not running last click. So we have to run this turn or this click. We could 1 and 6. Again, the Méliès have to be somewhere. Is there only one nightmare? We have no idea. We have no clue. Throwing at the Mioshu is meaningless in PD? Yeah, it is with Méliès. You're totally right. Or just in general. But she's on 16 and she could just be on big deal, I think. Like that's what I first thought when she was playing all these caveats is that she's on big money. I don't know if we're going to die to something. So I think we want to be on 4 cards just in case, but we haven't seen any proof. We can't charge the twinning. If we counted our deck, we could have like not used the Chesva there and then done twinning run HQ. It would have been really smart, but I'm not deck stacking to count enough. Yeah, we'll just put this down. It won't charge itself, not only because we've used it, but when you use Paladin to install the twinning, it doesn't see itself. Big deal, Mioshu don't mix? Sure, but like, I don't think this mixes with anything. I don't think that's going to stop anyone. Yeah, respect. We don't have an influence count. Could be undistributed. Exactly, it could be. This will help with that. Or she also could just be on bite out of nowhere. So we're just going to run HQ here. C2 cards, because the points have to be somewhere. Running R&D every 2 turns is probably what we'll do, but I think we'll just sweep 2 from hand every turn. There's another Chesva, which we do want to find. Is it better than a Leech? Actually, I'm not sure. Not sure. Nice. Okay. Good game. Cool. We got there. 1 twinning charge. GG. But like that's exactly why Vic, or more accurately like DreamNET, makes so much sense. I think we messed it up. Thanks for the game. Are you trying to hurt me? I saw the nightmares and got a bit scared. Like how many times did DreamNET fire? And ultimately, if we just want to play criminal and run all the time, I think it's just a flavorful nightmare. But yeah, if you want to be running all the time, like again, DreamNET gives you so much back for a successful run. So this exact server where like we break this with Leech and Carmen for 2 credits off the Cheswa, we get a Leech counter, we get like a DreamNET. It's so good. The thing is like you need these runs to be better than singles, as much as singles are still very good, which is like why the do you play 2 twinning problems is a real problem. Cowardice. What's cowardice? Yeah, I think this is just in there for like fun. But it looks like she's on the agenda suite that comes from like the Flood the Market decks. But then she's also on Mioshu, which like, I don't know how good this agenda suite is if you're not going full horizontal with Flood. Maybe it's fine, honestly. Maybe it's just a good agenda suite. And I think the thing is like, if you're playing Mega Pre though, I think you want to be playing Nano Management and just scoring from hand, right? Because like having a 3-2 you can score from hand is fine. Oh yeah, for sure. Which... if you get all 3 nightmares, it's 2 trains. I'll take a core. I'll take a core if I see the 3rd one, for sure. Yeah. We were doing the math that we could take the first 2 negative points. No problem. Yeah, so if you take every single one as a negative point, you actually hit 2 Méliès. But it's on your opponent not to like figure out whether not core damage is a real issue or not. It doesn't look like she has any straight punishment for core damage. And once you see this agenda suite, we're pretty sure she's not ontological, which is like the big reason. As much as she could be on kill out of nowhere. Thanks for the game, eh? I mean, that's why you play Vic, right? We had a good opening. I don't think we played it perfectly. I think sometimes we trash things that we shouldn't or did that we didn't. Tranquility usually has to go. I need the 3 NA, 3 News Team, 3 Hengeki Meridian deck back. No. Oh, you have a measured. Oh, funny. So she's on a measured, which is okay. Because from the last couple turns, like she's only made us spend, on the worst case, 2 credits a turn. And that's just because drafters on centrals, especially these centrals. If the Brawn was here and the drafter was on R&D, and against a criminal, generally just ice HQ turn 1 with whatever you have, this game is so much worse for us. Because we cannot get through Brawn cheaply. We can get through drafter really cheaply. Hey, cheers. At least once we're set up, because Carmen has issues. For casual. All right. Hey, Beeblum. I'm streaming. Is that cool? Beeblum will blow us out with some PD. I know they've been cooking. Or not PD, sorry, op. Oh, heck yeah. Hey, Beatrice. Hey, Brandon. Are you oracling? Or both playing together? All right. So I don't know if this is going to be a good matchup because we don't have like good Stavka tech. We have extra breakers. Yeah, cool. Let's do it. All right, so I'm assuming this is going to be op, but if Beatrice is like doing a pseudo oracle thing, it might not be. But if you don't know, Beatrice is a very, very good op player. World's top 16, at least in Toronto a couple years ago. They've been playing for such a long time, like old FFG grinder. So very, very strong understanding of this deck. So that means we're going to be asked a lot very, very, very quickly. I do think the Sphegator Excavator unban is going to be pretty buck wild in the hands of strong players. I think that unban might not have been warranted, and it is such a messed up card if you can't deal with it. Our opening hand is some slow money and bravado. We have an access to a breaker quickly, but the thing is like Ob's board states are very flexible. And then we have a Dr. Nuka, which at least that's some sort of card draw. I don't know if DreamNet's going to be firing all the time. I think like Op with Sphe can like build a pretty flexible, responsive board. So I can't tell if we want to take this. Thanks, you too. Is there a difference between op decks that are 49 versus 60 card decks? Yeah, the 60 card decks generally play some sort of slow glacier sort of thing. Anytime that you see the conventional 49, they're trying to play something that's like assets or like tempo or fast advance. They generally want to close the game a lot faster. But the big decks are either like big, classically because they're measured mutually assured destruction decks, excuse me, and they need to play like a lot of upgrades and blow themselves up. They're combo decks, or they're just like heavy glacier decks. I mean, this hand is not it, but I could see us doing worse. I mean, that's okay. Did Toronto Worlds even have op in the card pool? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Beatrice was in the top 16. Worlds 2022 Toronto Netrunner? Pretty sure. That sounds right, doesn't it? Maybe I'm off a year. Am I off a year? Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not 2022. Maybe it's 2023. Right, because this is older stuff. 2023 then. I think I'm slightly off. Good catch. All right, triple ice. So DreamNet respect. We can still do something slow. I mean, Leech is not incredible based off of the matchup having maybe multiple viruses. But we have a clean getaway on Archives, which is not incredibly good. We could just do Classic Paladin, credit, which, I mean, I guess we'll do it. We're only starting on 2 credits, but DreamNet's okay. Clean getaway's good. Bravado's really good. Transfer, it's probably not that going to be that good, but Shibboleth is good. Yeah, I forget what Worlds it was. It definitely is a Worlds. Yeah, boats were floating around Toronto. Yeah, that was Endurance. That was the different boat. I'm convinced I've seen Beatrice play at World's Top 16. Maybe it's even older than that. So scared about op with the new unbanned? Me too, Aurora. We're going to find out together. Luckily, it is a deck that practice into it is very, very good. Like, it does help a lot. And it's nice when there's a matchup that you can sink your teeth into. It's the sort of thing, too, where like players post replays. Generally, good op players do. And then you can watch the replays on JNet, which is fantastic. Endurance and Op are the same set, though. So I guess op was around then, right? So this could be a Sphe. We can't safely clean getaway it. We could bravado this server. There's no face check that hurts us here unless it's, I guess, an anvil. But we don't expect that. Oh, we're on 1 credit too few. Okay, ugly. So we'll just charge this. They only have so much money. So we'll see. Masquerade would be kind of bad because it's a very cheap res. And the thing is, like, if you don't interact, barring an asset or upgrade, you don't have to deal with Sphe. So like sometimes being aggressive and forcing the ice reses, that's fine. Actually, that's really good for us. We have no money. So it looks like it's going to be a faster asset list. So we're running like White Space and Lamplighter and stuff like that. We do have the Shibboleth, which is kind of fun. So we can do Shibboleth clean getaway. I don't think we can afford to put the DreamNet because of clicks, but we'll start here and hopefully deal with a Regolith or an Antil. There still could be like, in theory, a virus, and then you can pop it to put a Regolith somewhere else because we're running last click. Like running last click against Ob is always a bit interesting. It's a Sphe. And we can't deal with this, which means this white space is going to become a humanoid, and that they're going to be up on like 700 credits. We have to trash this. Otherwise, again, the Sphy trashes the white space. The white space becomes a humanoid. The humanoid always fires. And then you still have the Sphy. Like, this is so messed up. The Sphy is a problem. This card has to be trashed on site. And it does cost 4 and it costs them nothing to res. Again, if we don't deal with it, they res the Sphy, they trash the white space, it becomes a humanoid, the humanoid fires, they install 2 cards, the humanoid becomes a spin doctor. What are you meant to do? It's absurd. It's absurd. It's genuinely absurd. Especially because we res this ice. Maybe this will be a regolith, another coster, but they might have had something here that they would Sphy if we did not face check. Big ID text, you mean first successful run, gain and click and a credit? Yeah. Okay, it's a spin. Okay, good. Sphy is so good, I can't believe it came back considering Alba's doing so well. I can't either. I mean, the card is just nuts. 4 trash cost on this thing. And you have to trash it on site. On, like, I would say 80 to 90% board states. If we didn't face check, it might have not been that bad. Because, like, the Sphy probably doesn't trash a spin doctor for any reason. But the problem is, like, that could have been a regolith, that could have been an antil, that could be a humanoid itself. That could be a virus, that could become a regolith. Like, you kind of force interaction. In theory, if we didn't run there, we wouldn't have been punished. SPG just replaced Melee Crasher with Op Crasher. I mean, the Op Crasher is a bit more interesting, but it is the sort of deck where, like, I don't know if you've watched that game between Augustus and like Sokka from a couple months ago, where by turn 3, the board state had like 19 installed cards. Like, that stuff happens. Okay, so now our Shibboleth is a bit weak if we hit a, what's it called? A Stavka, but not much we can do about that. We want to draw once a turn because we have Class Act. We could poke Centrals. At this point, they've drawn through 11 cards, so there's probably agendas somewhere. I don't know if they're on SDS. I'm assuming they're also on SEF, so we have to make sure we're not holding things in hand which are crucial. We can take some time to think here. If we face check, they probably can res this. If it's a white space, we lose everything. It's not if able, so we can't duck it. I guess if it's a white space, we break it. But if it's a Lamplighter, we have to break all of it, and then we're left on nothing. They're on 2 credits, and it could be another Sphy there, which is not good for us. HR couldn't become spin, right? Ob is only once a turn. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, technically you can't. Yeah. They'd have to, they can't fire Sphy on our turn. Yeah, you're right. It wouldn't become a 0-coster right away. They could leave it if they wanted to, but they could have iced it up and fired it on another turn, but that's kind of silly. I mean, we could poke this just to be aggressive. It's a Masquerovka, it's a bad. If it's a Stavka, it's not too bad. They can trash this white space to make it like a humanoid or just a tithe. We can't clean getaway this for obvious reasons, but if they overextend here, we can clean getaway centrals. There's no 1 cost to end the run in the format, so we can clean getaway this if they go too low. Okay, that's the worst case because they have money. Okay, we could cash into the DreamNET. The DreamNET can be installed for 2 and pays off 1 immediately, which is pretty good. We could poke the Spin Doctor, and you actually kind of have to use the Spin Doctor, otherwise we get a card or a credit. I'm going to commit to the DreamNET. It could be wrong. I'm not going to commit to the Leech, but we're just going to go Archives because it's a really good basic action. It's like card and a credit for a click. Hermes is good. I don't think we're going to be scoring out right away. Our money's not good, but we have a clean getaway, but it's not like we're going to be doing that much else. We can install the Hermes here. I don't think they're going to be scoring out. So I think we just need to draw because we need to find a boomerang. This is a matchup where having 2 boomerangs is probably better than 1. We also have a cheaper tag clear in case anyone decides to play R+. But yeah, our tags could be good against R+. We haven't seen it. It's another Sphy. I mean, yeah. Let's go humanoid. I mean, you're going to see what happens. We have to trash 2 of these. So let's see if the humanoid shows up. It's a wall-to-wall. I mean, that's fine. Notably, its text won't fire because it's a start a turn trigger. But now the Sphy can make the wall-to-wall into something else. But yeah, we have to deal with this. And now they're likely going to build another remote server. And this wall-to-wall here is like this server we still have to deal with on most turns. Because now if they have like an agenda in a remote server, the Sphy can trash this Masquerovka just to get like a Hollow Man. Like there's so much control that is had at the beginning of the turn with this thing. And it's always going to be iced behind a single ice. And we have to still break this and trash this for 4. Like this card is relevant on so many board states because it can get like Futs at instant speed. It can get Hollowmans at instant speed. It can get, you know, another Spin Doctor at instant speed if you need to. Like it's wild, let alone 3 credits. This wall-to-wall is not incredibly important because there's 2 assets. Oh, we didn't deal with the spin, and now we're going to lose the DreamNET. Maybe it's the Paladin, actually. But yeah, we didn't contest the Spin Doctor and got punished. So you want to deal with the Spin Doctor sooner. We lost the DreamNET. I mean, that was expensive. But it's not the end of the world. We didn't play our Hermes too. We could have. We could have made that such a worse play. Man, it asks so many questions so quickly from you. It's fascinating. But it definitely is like a knife fight very quickly. Like, how much is this asking from us on turn 4? It's cool. It's like very, very interesting. Okay, we have to get back into this. We'll just run. All right, D-Tex, tell me about it. We have 2 more, but like, it still hurts. So spin, of course, is going to get used. Wall to wall will only fire 1, but wall to wall can become another spin, and you can do another slash and burn instead. We don't know what sort of list they're playing, but like Tuno's playing a list that is mostly fast events from hand, and then like we'll have a Sphi in a remote server, and then finally have a FUD or something like that. So like we have to run centrals. If this central is a Winchester, it's not too bad. If it's Stavka, it's not too bad. Like we could poke. It could be an Afshar, which we can deal with that. If we play the Hermes though, the Winchester's a lot worse. But if we don't poke, the Hermes is a lot worse. So like maybe we have to trash the wall to wall because the Sphi, like you can get a card draw off the wall to wall and then Sphi the wall to wall. Like maybe that's what we have to do. I don't know. I haven't played against Sphi in I think a year. But there's a chance they can get the wall to wall to get them a credit or card draw, and then they can trash this to get a spin doctor and just say we're going now. And so the only thing they can trash with this Sphi is the mask, which you could still change the mask into like a Kessleroy just to get 2 credits or 3 credits. Lampades is a free win to Obtech. Definitely not, but you could play it. It like has a good target now. I think we'll get the filter draw. Sure Gamble seems fine. I don't think we're interacting with this hand. And we could just install the Hermes, but then we have to deal with a Winchester a bit worse. But I don't think we're going to be worrying about that. If we install this, we're going to go down to 5 credits, which means we can gamble next turn. Fine. We might need to do gamble to class act if we don't draw another DreamNET soon, or what's it called? Nuka. Next turn. It might be right to trash this because I'm pretty sure that the 2 of them are going to trash this and just push themselves forward. I don't think you're going to keep this when it can become 3 credits on another card after firing. Okay, so they draw a card with this. I assume you're going to sell it. I don't think you're not going to use this. Okay, they're going to go for the ice, so they're going to get a 2-coster here. I guess they could empty a Regolith or try to get towards emptying a Regolith. So again, the Sphi has given them 6 credits and pulled 2 cards out of their deck. And we still have to consider trashing this for 4. Like, I don't know what to say about this. This card is absurd. It's nonsense. All right. Install Regolith for 2. I have no idea what the install could be. So now we're forked. I'm dealing with this, this, and this. Imagine we had a DreamNET. I think we definitely have to deal with the Regolith. I mean, this becomes a 1-coster. I don't think we're too concerned about that. They already have good money. I don't know if they're going to be on Myoshu. They're definitely on Measured, so like keeping the money in check is worth something. But like the board state has now just gotten out of control. From last turn where they were on 3 credits, they're now on 13. And it's because we didn't trash the Sphi. Because the Sphi could become a Regolith. The Regolith can give 6 credits. I was screaming internally. This is so absurd. Okay. I guess we have to draw. I don't know what we're drawing into. Like the Hermes we have on the table. Era's pretty good, actually. The clean getaway, unfortunately, is good too because it allows us to contest the table and make money at the same time, which is like what we need to be doing on this board state. Era's a 1 of in our deck, but we have no other like pressure. So I think we need a pressure card here, especially because like Hermes can blow up a remote push if they push it. We're not going to install this and it might get sniped from an SEF. I don't know what server 7 is at all. I'm like more worried about that than anything else. And then the still thing is like the Sphi is going to give a click to 3 credits. Like I think we just have to trash the Sphi this turn and probably nothing else. I've been playing as Lampades as my shaper, but I haven't played against Ob yet. It's a decent pick of a Tranks though. I think if you're going to do that, oh, that's not good. I think if you're going to play the Lampades, you might as well just play Cupulation. Oh, that's not good. So the first time we trash a thing, an install thing, we have to take 2 meat damage, which I don't think we're trashing things anymore. Okay, cool. Hey, Joel, how's it going? So I don't know what this means. Like, I'm assuming this just means we're on Hostile and maybe we are on FUT. And then like Sphi can trash a Regolith for a FUT and instant speed. The thing is like the Regolith, you can click it for 3, but you can also just like Sphi it for 3 and it trashes itself. So like you can clicklessly activate the Regolith, get a FUT, score from hand. Like you can do some wild stuff. 20 go Burr. I mean, we can't really, but we need to do something like that. Wall to wall is drawing more cards. They've drawn through 16 cards so far. We've done about the same. But we can't really run centrals anymore. This is where the boomerangs are good, but like I don't know what we should be scared of here. If it's a stop kill, we lose the shibboleth, it's like not the end of the world, and like there's probably points in hand. So I do think like running HQ and getting lucky is going to be very important for us in the near future. This is only installed cards. Not that I want to trash from centrals, but it's iced up. Regolith. Okay, so next turn the Sphere hits the Regolith. So this is just a big money turn. Okay, interesting. On 14 credits, like the face check on the ice is, no matter what, it's going to be good. So like I don't think it's worth anything until we have a boomerang or actual breakers. But this turn is probably we have to deal with the Sphere. If it hits our Carmen, it hits our Carmen, but we can't really play around that. In theory, we should batch trash here, so we'll deal with the Sphere and the Regolith on the same turn and be bankrupt. This is the issue, is you draw the card, then trash it, and then Hostile can hit it. So in theory, we could bury the Kurapira, because we're going to take 2 meat damage. We lost Nuke and Open Market. I mean, okay. But even doing this, it means like we're not winning. We're just slowing down them from winning, and that's probably not great. There's no measured threat. We have to watch out if they can score out a 2-pointer really quickly. I think there's no FUD in the deck. It would be Grim Reaper function. Not necessarily. Like, Tuna was playing a list at the last, I think, EMEA Showdown that looked a lot like this with Hostiles and, what's it called? Like the Grim, the sort of like Reaper combo kill thing is its own list. I don't think that's this. I don't think Beatrice often plays combo kill decks. I think Beatrice usually scores out. Yeah, this does seem like Tuna's op with Sphere. So it's going to have FUD. It's going to be scoring aggressively from hand. I can show you the list, I think. Someone with the book. Tuno. Oh, it's right there. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be something close to this. Where it's like good assets, a bit of defensiveness in the assets. There's like one hot asset in it. It's measured. We haven't seen a Managarm, which is also a thing that Sphere could produce. And then it's actually like scoring aggressively from hand. Luckily, the Hermes is doing something here because it's hard to score out and have clicks left. But Powers sometimes can do it. Yeah, no stress. But yeah, we're bottomed out here. We're on 2 credits. We can always run Archives for a click and credit. But we played 2 clean getaways, 1 Bravado, 2 sure gambles. So we don't have a lot of liquidity left in the deck. We have daily casts and 2 open markets. But the money is mostly going to be like Chesva and running. I don't know how much running we can be doing. I think if we pinhold the Sphere that was in their remote server for 3 turns, we'd be in a lot better spot. Also, R&D is usually a bit weaker in OP. Just classically, because a lot of times OP pulls out non-agenda cards. That's what its text does. So the density of R&D usually gets higher as the game goes. So that's often where like Ero can like kick in. We do want to wait for threat text. But also like once threat text is online, we'll probably be on a measured text. And like this hand dies to every single measured in the world. Like we have no money. Like I'm not sure you're meant to deal with all this stuff and have money. I have no idea. I think you need a boomerang transfer very, very aggressively. And because that messes up the early remote play. But we are only on 1 boomerang. Maybe we should be on 2. So we've seen no agenda shuffled back. We've drawn through like 20 cards, right? We've drawn through 19 cards. So there's probably 2 agendas in hand. And if this is closer to this, it's even more because this is more than 1 in 5. So there could be up to 3 agendas in hand, which again, that makes sense because they're worried both about Hermes and then like Boomerang Run HQ. Because at this point, half their hand is agendas. Think of enough money if you installed Paladin, Fueno, and Azimuth. If you had all of those in your opening and installed them, yes, maybe. But like, are we in the meta that you play all of those? We'll find out together. I don't honestly know. I don't think you're supposed to deal with this stuff, just touch points. I mean, I think you have to deal with the Sphere because you will lose to it. There's a chance you have to don't deal with the hostile or don't have to deal with the wall-to-wall. I do think like getting a twinning going would be really good for us because we've seen the one above the law. The problem is the deck's only on 1 twinning. I think there's a good game I saw where Rotom played against Tuno in the tournament where it was the same thing. Rotom got lucky on singles, but like basically did some disruption early. Tuno got away with it, and then Rotom win by like seeing 2 on R&D, 2 on HQ in a single turn, and winning before dying to measured. Which, like, yeah, that will happen probably. Is Meta not install 4 or 5 Rizekis? I mean, I want to install DreamNET and run. That's my Rizeki. But I do think you want to deal with the early stuff, Daria, and then eventually just pivot centrals when it gets away from you. I do think we might have over indexed on the remote. But when we deal with the Sphere, like the Regolith on 3 credits, we might as well do it because the hostile was already spoken for. Mercury meta? I mean, we've already been in a Mercury meta for a while now. But I could see it. I could just see slamming centrals as being pretty reasonable. I don't think this is a flood the market deck. We can check Survey 8. It's better than checking Archives unless it's the Spin Doctor, but if it's the Spin Doctor, we want to flesh it out. We haven't lost a breaker yet. Another hostile. Okay, cool. So their board state, they're not presenting any problems this turn. The problems we're presenting to ourselves is where's our money? I don't know where our money is. If we draw, we can install a Carmen for most of our money. That's going to be useless. The Carmen's not even that good. Like, it deals with Stavka, but like, it doesn't. Stavka just fires. We shouldn't have bottomed the Revolver. So like, we could do install Twinning, install Leech, bottom ourselves out. I don't like this. I mean, we're just going to hope that measure doesn't matter for a moment here. Hey, Z-Bag, Merc for life. Yeah, I've enjoyed a fair bit more Mercury lately. This is not good. Like, this is going to be really, really scrappy. At least with Paladin Buemo, we can install a thing a turn, probably. There's not a lot of money this deck can do on 0 credits. So, like, Paladin needs to find an open market or a daily casts. But we're going to see, like, tempo for 2 turns. We'll see if our opponents can do anything with it. At least their money stopped. And Wall to Wall, again, only has 1 mode, which has been card draw. There's no extract in the list, so the event economy is less explosive. Like, there might be an armed asset protection. But if they can't get the third Sphy, and mind you, a Sphy did get shuffled back. Do you know Tuna's book will be available for cons? No idea. I'm not sure. Okay, so Stavka is a blowout. We're just going to go where we can get value, and then hope if this gets scored out, we can do something cool with Hermes. I know as much as you, which is basically all that it wrote on the page. I want to crash out because I read the whole textbook and failed the exam. Okay, so Shibboleth we can solve with Paladin. Nuka we can't. That charges the Twitting, which is kind of important. I think we go for the Shibboleth, no joke. Just because installing the Shibboleth is like okay, because it charges the Twinning counter, which might matter. But I think we just do like draw, credit, install. Like this is not good. Like, look at our breaker suite. It's obviously not good. I just think the Twinning is worth it when we've seen the above the law out. They could be on ScapeNet, I guess. It's this September, so maybe out before APAC, but probably too late for others. My guess will be ready for Worlds. Cons are like as soon as 2 weekends from now, which seems pretty unlikely. Tuno's book something to do with the Spike Guide stuff? No, not exactly. So Tuno posted its deck list and then speaks of authorship. My book about op super heavy logistics titled Extract, Export, Excel is a 200-page book writing in September 2026. And like you actually see the cover, which is incredible. Oh, it's another Sphy. Okay. I mean, I think this is probably gonna be bad for us. So at least the hostile is gonna go down. We're gonna go for an Event Horizon, which like you have so much flexibility in this list. So we got 3 credits and installed an ice for free from the deck. We had to deal with the Sphy. We know this is another hostile, so you can trash this to get another 4-coster next turn and get another Event Horizon where it matters. We're in a bad spot. Tuno's writing the book after having done it figuratively and is now doing it literally. I think it's written the book, which having done it figuratively has done it literally. So we can't run this. I don't know how scary to be a Stavka, but Event Horizon will become a barrier for sure. We can't deal with the barrier, and this alone could be a problem. Again, I want to remind us we have 2 credits. Double advance. Okay, so I think we can do Iru and hope for the best. We're going to be destitute. We're going to have to use our 1 credit to clear the tag. Just hope for the best. That's all we're doing. Again, R&D is weak. We're presenting problems. We're going to need the open market because it's money. We're going to see as many cards we can wall to wall. Spin. FUD. Okay, so we called it. But unfortunately, seeing no agendas off of 3 on R&D is a disaster. Because now this is going to be maybe Basalt, but it could just be like a big old 4-2. And there's also a chance you can score in SZF and we die to measured. Like, I think I'm dead this turn. Because they're going to score in SZF. We're going to go down to 3 cards in hand and we'll die to measured. Because I don't think that this list might be on 5-3s. It could be. But it's more likely that this is a 3-2 or a 4-2 with a tempo setup. And then they'll have a click left over to kill us. Because we will not have enough cards in hand if this is an SZF. But yeah, my call is that we die on threat 4 next turn. So we can't get enough cards in hand. We can't get enough credits. So that's bad. Maker's Eye whiffing on op this late into the game. It's fired some turns, not every turn, is not very good for us. We needed that to pass. And now we're dead. Do we think it's exactly Tuna's list, but swap 3 Antils for Sphees? I think it might be more nuanced than that, but it looks like that as for much as we've seen. But like Beatrice is very good. Excuse me. Beatrice is very, very good at playing op. mean, we're likely done. I don't think we're surviving this turn. The C unbanned is purely so Tuno can write more lines. The book was already written. I think Safer said that when discussing the unban of Svi, asked Tuno casually, "You think this is a problem?" And Tuno said it would be fine. Flop flood? No, this is just score out. This has no acceleration besides slash and burn. Maybe it has a seamless, but I don't think so. I think that's basically like this list, which doesn't need acceleration. Its acceleration is putting cards on the table quickly and efficiently. Yeah. So again, the line that loses us the game is if this is an Uzyef, you score the Uzyef, it does 2 meat damage. Losing a Kurapir won't be the end of the world, not that we can install it. And then we get hit by a measured. There's even a chance there's can be double measured here, right? Like you just advance, score, measured. The two of them have the credits. So like, that's not gonna be good. There's nothing that can do damage on this board state. Like you could also Svi a 4 cost or a 1 coster to go get something else. But like they haven't ripped it. Oh, I thought I'm dead. You don't have it? Two are arguing. Can we ever trust the op heads to be honest about how powerful they think their deck is? I think they generally undervalue their deck because they know how it works, so they know how to beat it a bit better. That is usually the like observed nature of things. Exactly. Double measured. Bomber for you. Yeah, so it's not that. I mean, that's good, I guess. But I don't think they're on 5/3s. Right? Like I think they're on smaller stuff. But as F measured kills us. So like you can Svi for wall to wall to dig for it. You don't want to dig for it? Because like Svi trash at the wall to wall gets a spin doctor. That shuffles the deck. If we saw a measured, we wouldn't tell them and we wouldn't have trashed it anyways because we can't afford to. So they will see new cards, 3 new cards. But like they could always Svi the wall to wall after the wall to wall fires to see like 3, 4 new cards. And if they find the measured, we die. I'm assuming they're on 3 measures. Maybe they're in 2 because of slots. But like Tuna was on 3. But yeah, you can Svi wall to wall draws. You can Svi the wall to wall, and then you can draw new cards. And notably, the Svi will shuffle, so you don't draw the cards we've seen. If they don't have that though, they ice up archives. And like that's the thing too, is I don't know how bad the face checks are here. We're assuming their deck is on multiple Stavkas. And like the problem with Stavka is I don't think they're on half run Stavka, but like who can deal with the face check on this thing? Like a 7-string Sentry that's gonna hit all our breakers is an issue. Admittedly, this list is only on 1, so maybe we're over indexing into it. But like having the face check being a 7-string Sentry they res for 4 is like, I don't know what to do about that. Tuno's on SPT? No, Tuno's on design. Tuno was on SPT years ago. But Tuno's on the designer dev team. I forget which one. Just be Baz with boomers, be Shaper. Yeah, I know. I do think our deck might want 1 more boomerang. I can't tell between the mutual favors and the boomerangs. But also, like, this is very bad for our economy. I think we trashed way too many things. We did lose 2 credits on the first DreamNET install, but like, we haven't been doing that bad. It's just like we can't. Like, the economy's not good here. Like, I don't know what to say. Unleash R plus to unleash an ice that lands a replacement tag with his subroutines. Sorry, Roar? Someone on the team is definitely op homer. Everybody is. Everyone in design loves op so much. And like, I get why. They're going for a credit, not a card draw. So they're on Basalt. Okay, so the list is different. They didn't shuffle. So seeing the top of R&D is not super useful. But we now die to the measures that they don't have. They could still have it. But the thing is, they just have to do this and pass. But they didn't shuffle the deck. And they didn't draw for it. So we know the top 2 of the deck. Brandon wanted to not score this Basalt this turn. Can you believe that? Chad, can you believe that? Like, I think it's safe, but like now we have to just get into HQ and hope that we can do some disruption. The problem is like, I guess we do boomerang transfer and hope it's not an event horizon. We'll assume that this ice is not an event horizon. They can't fire up because it shuffles. So if they fire up, we could just Eru and maybe see some cards. But at this point, measures will kill us. I mean, we're going to do what we're going to do. We're going to install a free boomerang and we're going to transfer and we're going to see 2 cards and just hope it's not an event horizon. If it's an event horizon, like, throw me into the ocean. It's so bad. There's no tricks to get. Oh, well, you could actually trash this event horizon. Oh, no, you can't. It's only during a run, but you can't trash this for fun to go get a Chrism Grid equivalent. 7 cards in hand. Let's throw some out. There's a Basalt Spire, which I was surprised to see in the list, but once this is scored, we probably have to win in a single turn because now we have to play around triple measured. Man, this card, huh? Wayland used to be about getting cards from the deck. Like Wayland's whole thing, you scored this best agenda with counters. Let's look at this version. And you could get your best cards from the deck. And that was what Wayland was for a really long time. And now Basalt Spire is about getting cards from archives. So you're playing the same cards over and over again. Like I get it because it's meant to work with Nuvang. But oh my God, this would be so much more healthy if this is getting measured and not the same measured from the bin. It's such a shame. Like I think Basalt Spire is going to have the same sort of like Méliès stink for a while. Where it's like, oh, you're recurring the same cards over and over again. Okay. I mean, we're just going to send it and hope for the best. Just Irreseal agendas bounce HQ? We can't. We know the 2 cards on R&D are not agendas. We could see 1 new card. Okay. So were they both Event Horizons? So either we missed the 50-50 or not. So we're going to boomerang this. It's going to end the run. We won't shuffle our deck. At least the corp has to work a little bit of Assault. Yeah, sure. Entering the ocean. This is so bad for us. So we lost the 50-50. And that's really bad. I think we bounced the newer one. It turns out Event Horizon went on HQ on turn 1. So now this is going to become a 3-coster. I don't know if there's any Temple 3-costers, but the big thing here is that Eero can see 3 new cards. The bad thing is that we died a measured because we don't have money anymore. Not that this would have really fixed it. So we'll see. They should bring some RFG cards in Runner. They have some. Basalt seems, oh, like remove from game. If the game ever needs a runner to play cards that can remove from game cards, I think the game is just in a bad spot. We used to have cards like that in the game, and it was a response to like pretty gross things. Hey, Jai, how's it going? I think Basalt is awesome at scaring the way 5/3s ought to be. I don't know if I fully agree with that. I don't think this is a, like, I do agree with 5/3 should be important, but like just saying trashing cards doesn't matter. It seems to be a problem we're running into a fair bit in the game. Basalt seems the most fair of all the recursion options Corp has right now. I don't know if I feel about that. I don't know. Nobody played Archives Interface? Nobody did. We played Sol Set for different reasons. But like, I think we were in a meta that if we had Archives Interface, we could have. Nature's Healing. So let's see what 3 costs we're getting. It's also Jai. This is Beatrice, but also it's Brandon. We're playing against a 2-headed giant. Retirement Plan and Corporal Hospital are both more fair, IMO. Yes, I don't know the text on Retirement Plan, so it's probably true. I think it's just install a non-upgrade. And Corp Hospitality is like clumsy, which is good. I do like those a bit better than this. But like when they Corporate Hospitality, the Tranquility Grid you just trashed, I do, want to eject. Oh, they did the good play. That was the good play. They shuffled into the Maskarovka. I mean, we have nothing. At least we didn't make a successful run, so we're not going to lose this turn. But like, we want to run because of DreamNET, but we can't run because of Measured. So we have to continue setting up. Bravado will be okay one day, I guess. We just need to get our money up for Kurapira, so fine. Sad. We didn't charge twinning either. Oh no, we did. We installed the Boomerang. We're fine. That was the right play. For sure. It's like ice up archives. Like, how bad was that for us? We bounced the wrong Event Horizon, which stuffed our transfer and then stuffed our Eero after a shuffle. Like, so absurdly good. And that's why you play Op. Like, Op gives you that sort of flexibility to respond to things at instant speed. Admittedly, that 50-50 was a bit rough, but like, yeah, that is like so absurdly good. And they don't have to ice HQ because if we touch an agenda, we die to triple measured. Because again, do you know how much money that they actually have? They have 12 credits here. No problem, because they can do wall-to-wall Sphi. That gives them 4 extra credits to start a turn. I hate Basalt more than anything for a year, for real. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. It does make it where like, yeah, trashing cards just doesn't matter anymore. And the problem is like a lot of those cards are balanced around trashing cards mattering. So it does stink. It does stink a bit. I don't know. Agendas need to matter. Like, let's be very clear about it. Agendas obviously need to matter. But there's a difference between an agenda that's scored where the game is like, I would say functionally near over, and agendas where you score them out, the runner can play around them. You can't play around Basalt Spire. Unless you like run archives and cup it, but then they have to like preemptively fire it. All right. 3rd Event Horizon on HQ. At least that's an easy break for credits or installing our breaker. Let 5/3s do good things. I mean, there's 5/3s that do good things in the game. We have good 5/3s. They don't have to be this. Like, people are excited to score 5/3s. Don't get me wrong. I like agendas. Like Obakata, Teal. Yeah, exactly. Like Obakata. Like Send a Message is a good ass 5-3. Assault in the MR faction is very strong, but I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't know. This one's bothering me. It's going to be a bit. It's okay. We'll live. It's just we used to be about pulling things from the deck. That was so much cooler. It was so much more Wayland to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go look in R&D and pull out the thing that's going to kill you. So they could win this turn. We know that they're playing Slash and Burn. They're definitely playing 3 more AZFs. So like we can just lose on 2 credits on any board state going forward. So like not much we can say about that. Like that's just going to cost us the game. We have to score a lot of agendas. So all we really need to do here is like have a Hail Mary where this turn we install a Kurapira, run archives, do all that sort of stuff. See 4 cards, win in one shot. That's good. Notably, also, Svi is very good because it trashes cards to get ice installed. That's a really big thing you'll notice about the Bangoon deck next week is that it can get cards installed on the table face up pretty aggressively. So like against Criminal, you have a lot of lines, right? Like they figured out how to ice up HQ rest. Not only for free, not only plus 3 credits, but rest. It technically wasn't free because they resed a 5-cost card for no reason to do this. But you see what I mean? It's like normally our pressure is off of Hermes, but like Svi also gets resed ice on the table, which is so good against Hermes. Like so many reasons why it's really good. Okay, so we lose to this. This looks like it is a Slash and Burn. Otherwise, I don't know why they pre-advance it. There could still be an agenda here. Could be a Spin Doctor. Couldn't tell you what this is. But it looks like that the win is here. Luckily, we have what we need to do our thing. They could pop Chrism. What does Chrism cost in this format? Now we still die to measured whatever happens here. So like we just need to click left to like, I don't know, run R&D or something. I don't understand the latest ban list. I mean, I like a lot of it. I mean, Worlds doesn't have to be like this if we think it's a problem. Oh, sorry. A virus will blow us out, but I don't think they're on a virus. They would have had to res it by now. Yeah, they would have to res it by now. I mean, their money's not good, but again, they can click list to get 4 credits at the start of the turn. So now they definitely can double measured us. Assault turning 1 measured into 2 leaves R&D as annoying. You can make it into 3. If they trash the 1, they can play it twice more. You just pull it on your turn. It's 1 measured becomes 3 measureds. Don't worry about the math too much. So like now they could maybe pull a Mana Garm if they have it. If they have a virus, they can pull a Mana Garm. They can pull a defensive. Like there's a bunch of things that are bad for us. I just don't know what they have. I don't think this list is on. Oh, it has on Tomb of Virus. Okay, so they could pull a Mana Garm and we could lose here. Flip Switch Stonks Rising? Hey, Gentling. If you're behind on the VOD and you hear me talk about Stavka, yes, maybe. But for what it's worth, this list might be only on 1 Stavka. Oh, Vera, cool. So we're definitely going to die. So when agenda scored or stolen, you may reveal this. So this is a card that you can pull at instant speed. We have decks on the channel where we did this back in the day. So they're on both Vera and they're on, what's it called? On FUT. So every AZF score is actually going to do, if I'm not mistaken, like 5 damage. 2, 3, it can be 4 to 5 damage, which is frightening. Now, it doesn't stop us from winning. Afshar, Spin Doctor, Regolith. Got him. I mean, we lose here so many different ways. We've seen 7 cards off of R&D and seen no points. Okay. I mean, we lose here. All right, so we die to double measured, which they can set up, but we die to whatever's in the remote server anyways here. There's no obviously 2 cost to rest. Oh no, this is also the thing you can do is you can Svi to trash the Maskarovka to get a what's it called? A Holoman and then just score at the Holoman. And Holoman costs 4 credits. Svi gives you the Holoman for free and gives you 3 credits. So as long as you're on 1 credit, you're also threatening Holoman. And you didn't install from HQ, so Holoman is legit. Like, this card is nonsense. I honestly think this is so nonsense. They're going for a Regolith? Okay, so you can also do Regolith and then we can die to double measure. That's another line you have here. I felt so uncompetitive, AGG. Did not feel good in the slightest. Yeah, that didn't feel good. What's in the remote? Yeah, I didn't think that they would be on 5-3s. We didn't see many agendas, right? Like we've only seen 5 points. There might be face downs and archives. It wouldn't be surprising if they put cards in there. And their credits were tight, technically, as much as we only forced a couple credits. Did you just measure and not score? I'm like, I forgot. Yeah, I mean, that's fair too. That's fair too. So it is a slash. Okay, so they drew the slash and not an SEF, otherwise we would have lost. So they just have to push the slash here. Our money just didn't spin up. I think we might have overextended a bit on credits. I think that's a replay worth going over, but we felt always totally disempowered. We never had 8 credits to even fight 1 measured, let alone like 2.5 that we'd have to deal with. Thanks for the games, y'all. Svi's kind of messed up. Yeah. Would Basalt feel more fair as a 4-2 with only 1 counter? I don't know. I don't actually think the second counter matters that much. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah, the Vera might not be necessary. She's also like 4 influence. But I think the thing with Vera is like people can get surprised. So the thing is like Svi can produce Vera at instant speed, and then Azyaf can produce the other guy, Fut. And then you can have Vera Fut. So the Azyaf does 2 damage, Vera does 1 damage, and then Fut does 1 more damage, and then you still have to deal with both of these. So it's a 4 damage hit out of nowhere. We have a video on the channel called Funeral Barge, I think, that's doing this combo before Fut, where like you could do Vera and you also could do some tag tricks. You could like force subroutines with Zato. So you could do like Zato subroutine that forces damage. You use that Zato subroutine to go grab Vera, and you have some tricks there as well. So we don't know exactly the full list, but for sure. I can live with 4-2 with 1. That's just kind of Alice. Yeah, it's kind of Alice. It's kind of Alice. I would love it if it was just a 4-2 that just said search your deck, search your R&D for a card and don't reveal it. And then that would be cool. But we can't always get that. That's fine. Very cool. That was cool to see. Nice. Still paste it in. Both were very, very good players. I do not think we have a tier 1 deck here, but like we probably could have played that way better. I just felt like we could not inherently keep up. A big part of the new meta too is like understanding what you have to keep up with. Like, so, you know, your opponent says like, oh, this is what I'm going to present in the first 4 turns. And you have to figure out like, okay, our deck needs to be able to deal with it. I don't feel like our deck is able to deal with what deck was doing on 4 turns. We did also get very unlucky on the 50-50. We got a bit blown out. It could have been better. This week of JNet looks compellingly like the unbanned is a bad idea. No, but like for what it's worth, like this is exactly what I'm saying is the first week is people figuring out what to deal with. Like the corp decks are going to blow you up for sure. Like the corp decks are always going to be a problem in the first week, and then you're going to figure out how to deal with it. That is not uncommon that you see in the new meta. The corps bring a weird thing, especially when op comes up, and then the runners interact with it or react to it, and then they have a better win rate. And then it happens again, for better for worse. The next weekend they change it, and like you have this kind of catch up blowout meta. For Continentals, maybe that sits a bit poorly, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's way too fast to see that. Yeah, exactly. Like we've never played against Svi in years. Like that's gonna be a problem. Thule 54. Ugh. I don't know what that's going to be. At least we have a Fencer Fueno if it's assets. I'd love to have a DreamNET against Thule, but this hand is like good enough. We have no card draw, but that's a very high econ card. Thanks, you do. So 54 Thule, I don't know. The thing with the Thule deck is we're not a no free lunch, so we're really weak to any of the distributed tracing combo lists. Like they can just do that. This could be big deal, never advance, but PD I think does that a bit better. So I'm assuming Thule plays assets, but I don't think I've played against Thule in like months and months and months. People are overcorrecting for week 1? Yeah, for sure. Like, I think you have to let it settle. If anything, like, Cascadia is going to be pretty wild. And then people will react to that and overreact to that as well. But, like, I'm not dooming. I just want to show you how, like, cool Svi is. Because I've seen some replays from really strong players playing Svi. Greasing, okay, floating tags is probably not great. But it doesn't look like a high-tempo start from them, which we can capitalize on that. Thule says if you want to take a core damage, otherwise the click in 2, so your Cheswas are pretty good. Okay, so we do want to check this. We can't always clean getaway this because if it's a spin doctor, we get blown out. So we'll just check it. For the tranquility, we can afford to trash it. But it's a 54 guard deck, so it's going to be really inconsistent. It's a Calvin. I don't care. So I think we're assuming this is assets. So Fueno is pretty good. We don't have to do the clean getaway here. We don't want to run without any clicks. We definitely need to get some card draw. So I'm going to work a bit of card draw into this hand, and we'll just put the Fueno, and she will pay off for sure, it seems, in the matchup. Bring back trick shot. Solved. Easy. How much influence is it? Nobody played it in any deck outside of Shaper, and I mean, it makes sense. Speed walking free does not sit well with me. I mean, you're going to get those games that are be like, whoa, I guess it's over on turn 5. And I mean, sometimes that's good TV. All right, so Calvin Bailey. With a 54 card deck, sometimes drawing is not good for you because your deck does not correct well. Looks like we're pushing and we can't really deal with the remote server. We could face check. If it's an ice that does core damage, it would have to largely be a Jaguarundi. Otherwise, we can just kind of deal with it. I think I will face check. Our drafter is like kind of bad, but it's a 54 card deck. Like, I don't know. Jaguarundi is maybe the worst. Oh, it's ablative. That's perfectly fine. This could be the 3-1 that like cares about giving us losing a click. It's not great. At least we got a cheap ablative down. So we can drop once here. I don't want to put the leech down because we can't interact with Thule. So I think we're going to clean gateway R&D and then we'll just like play daily cast. Fencer Fueno also, mind you, works for Thule, which is really good. Drafter, good to see. And I think we have enough money. We actually should just draw here because we don't have breakers. Like we want to be able to deal with this sooner than later, let alone find a Hermes. Oh, cohort 6. So they're on assets. So now checking archives matters a bit more. So they might be on fully operational and flood the market. So we have to be a bit more aggressive. Like we definitely wanted to mulligan into a DreamNET because keeping up, again, every run giving us a card and a credit is nonsense. And again, I still don't know if I like Vic because it's a blank text box. Let's be honest. It's just DreamNET. And like that does not sit well with me. I mean, DreamNET is so fun, but having this text box not matter is just awful. Check archives, find nightmares. I mean, yep. What can you do? We'll only have to do it if there's a card on the table that's threatening to be like a never advance. So it's not always necessary, but you have to do it. Like how keen we are to get a month in with it if we discover at the end of the month of this meeting concern we were valid. The thing is, like, if things are really bad, which there's no reason to consider that, like they will change it in a month, right? Like the next ban list is pretty soon after. Really Def has nightmares? Yeah, for sure. But again, 54 card deck. So what if you took the same list and swept Vic for Baz? We don't have enough installables for that to be good. And then you can't, like, you can play DreamNET and Baz if you want to. But the fact that DreamNET doesn't do what it wants to do, like you don't play 3 of them. And like with Baz, you want to be playing more stuff on tempo you can install. I'm assuming. I'm not a Baz expert, but I think you want to play different cards. I played 10 games of Vic and had DreamNET my opening in all of them. I don't see the problem here. I mean, it's so good, Rocky. We've played it in 2 out of 2 games so far. I just want it in early. What if you cut and play Zaya? Zaya doesn't really help against assets, right? DreamNET does. Okay, so now there's a fork between checking archives and checking this. This could be the drafter. Okay, a lot of things are going on here. I mean, a DreamNET would be so good. I don't really care about the leech counter. It's not a priority. So we're going to do this to deal with cohort, but cohort firing every turn is going to be pretty bad for us. Oh, we don't have a Hermes. I thought we had a Hermes. So now Fencer is doing something. Oh, never mind. Fencer's perfect. The fact that you get the credit first is so cool because it's not an additional cost. It's whenever the runner steals. So you can steal the agenda, get the Fencer credit, and then pay it out. Like, that's awesome. So they threw that out, which means there might be stuff aggressively on the table. The card in server 4 that we care about would be wage workers, because wage workers can allow a never advance here or a second cohort. I mean, I think we just need to draw through our deck more, I'll be honest. But if we hit this and take a core damage, I don't know what the punishment for core damage is. This is more money than we need. We could draw and discard the leech. I think that's fine. Nice. Okay, hopefully we don't lose that. The leech is like not going to be super important in this matchup. And like, if we don't have our card draw, we have nothing. But now we can check the table aggressively. I do think we should be on to, what's it called? Boomerangs. I think it's really, really good for early pressure. Yeah, Zaya's not bad. It's just like, I don't really get a lot of multi-axis. For Zaya, you do need to play more multi-axis and like more punchy multi-axis. There's also a chance like when Méliès was around and people were hitting you with bites over and over again, like having a 40 card deck might have been a downside. At least for us, that's not a consideration probably anymore. But I do think you can play a lot of the Glacier decks in what's it called, in reality, in Restoring Humanity might not be awful. Forgot a res. So it is the 3-1. Yeah, okay, it's aggressive trend setting. So this is fine. This means that their agenda suite is like probably pretty bad for them to get a 7. But the first time your Runner Trash is installed corp card, they may spend a click. They do not, you get an extra click. This is just a bummer of a card. It adds like 10 minutes to the match, but it doesn't really make them win any faster. So it's not a card you see very commonly. It's a warm reception. Okay, so is it the first time? It's the first time. Yeah. Yep, it's fine. And we'll play the casts. And every turn we're going to get a bit of value. We definitely want to deal with the cohort though. Did Svi and Extract get banned at the same time? No. Svi got banned at the beginning of this year when the new set came out, and then Extract got banned like in that weird window right before Megacities started, where they had to do like an aggressive ban where they banned off-roll office, and then Svi got unbanned. So when Svi, Extract, Svi back, 3 ban lists in a row. Is there a case I bringing back Extract instead is better? Or should Boku in the Depths of Hell? I honestly think Extract might be better. It's a bit more of an explosive card, so it's hard to play around. But it's like, you know, I like playing events more than assets. Svi is a card that you don't deal with it snowballs way worse. But yeah, if you ask me, I'd rather have Extract back. It's also just a more interesting Wayland card, at least for, more Wayland IDs. Hey, Limes, ban the obviously problematic ID and unban the enabling tools that are fine in other IDs, IMO. Ban the obviously problematic ID and unban the enabling tools. So, in more exact, so which cards are you talking about? Preach. That's what they did though. Like they banned Méliès, and they're like, they didn't unban anything for that, but that's the idea, right? I think we can face check this. No, we think this is a drafter. Drafter's like pretty bad for us. We could consider checking archives. Let's just draw once. Oh, Revolver, we can check the remote server now. If it's a trashable, we have a click. If it's an agenda, we have a click. We think this is a drafter. We now can deal with core damage. So far, Thule hasn't mattered a lot. We want to find a Hermes too, because they're on a lot of small agendas. Ban Op and unban Extract. I think Op will get banned eventually, but I think the design team doesn't want to ban Op because it is something very special. Yeah, it's a drafter. We thought that. Okay. So we have House Money with Fencer and DreamNET. We don't have a Class X, so we're just drawing one a turn. Prototype. I mean, we probably don't have to deal with this, but of course we have assets, so we'll just spend the click. Giving him a click might not be the end of the world. We have to deal with this ablative sooner than later, and Ches was also good on Centrals because it deals with Thule tax. Unban Cybersand so that our jank meta mate can play it unironically in Thunderbolt. I think you'd rather have off-world office. Like, I don't think we should be promoting Thunderbolt too much, but it was like with the deck that wanted to off-world office for sure. Also, you don't have to yell. We all know the op has only stayed on the ban list by bringing SPT with diamonds for the King Relate field. For the record, PD has as many political prisoner bans as op at this point. I think PD only has 2. Op has 1? Is op just Extract at this point? What else has op banned out? I think it's just Extract, right? Okay. He knows we can run it. It's a wage workers. I don't mind. It is fully op, so just dealing with the table is like worth something. Oh, Cybersand? Right, yeah, but like, come on. Did you really want Cybersand in any other deck? You're technically not wrong. Spoiler alert. But like Cybersand just was an issue. All right, he's on 9 credits. Card in the remote server. Fine. I expect this to be a code gate. I don't know how aggressive we have to be here. A transfer would be nice, but the cohort is like what we're losing to. Another ablative. We are not on threat 3. Good. Okay, so you can score at a 4-2. Fine. We'll just check archives to get DreamNET and keep cohort honest, so you can't score at a 5-3. Still not a nightmare. Throwing at 2 code gates before we show our Shibboleth is like pretty good for us. So we just want to draw, find deeper, discard our second DreamNET. Yeah, Hermes would be good because it can open up a transfer if they want to score out. We just need to be drawing more. Like, this is not enough card draw. We definitely need to find either Class Act or one of our nukes would be okay. But the big issue is like we have, I think, 4 draws that can get through the cohort. Oh no, we have 6 draws that can get through the cohort. We have 2 pinholes. We have 1 boomerang. We have 2 Kurapira. That's 5. And a boomerang and a mutual 6. 6 out of 30, 1 in 5. I don't know if they're on flood. We have only seen cohort influence, so they could be. When Op inevitably gets banned, my ban list card poster will have so much free space. Gotta catch them all. What do they call it? Oven when you oven the cold food out eat? Oh my god. Is Luminal political prisoner? It kind of is, but it's also its own issue. Prototype really is hard into us because it bounces DreamNet, and that's sad. Another fully op. Okay. Is there an op playmat that usually guarantees a ban? Hey, Francie, how's it going? The Synapse deck comment got me last week. No. HQ got to be flooded by this point? How much they're drawing? It might be. Spin Doctor has come to the rescue. But like, we could just like go in for a transfer. Now it matters less. We've seen 2 greasings. I need to deal with the prototype. This, we don't know what it is. It looks like an agenda. We can just make a fun run to see what happens. We could just like Bravado HQ and see what happens. That's probably okay. Like, I just want DreamNet to fire. If we run archives, we might flush the Spin Doctor. We haven't seen a Nightmare yet. Dealing with the Spin Doctor is also not bad because like they're on Warm Reception, and not dealing with Spin Doctor is like a problem. But Warm Reception, what does it do? You may install a card. Okay, so they can't derez this thing. I love the valiant effort to try and read out nonsensical copy pasta. It breaks my brain because you think it's going to be a sentence, and then you get through it and you realize like, what are you doing? And so like you just you stop, because no matter how much more accurate you read it, it's not like it's going to make suddenly more sense. Okay, so where are the points? There's Summon HQ. There might be one here. This could just be a Managarm or some garbage. Like ultimately, if they're playing fully up, they could put their Nightmare Archives is here. We are going to lose to Flood the Market that can score out of 5-3. So we have to deal with the table, which is why this thing's annoying. Cool. It's another like let them dream Nightmare Archives matchup. We got to touch a lot of cards. I think we just Bravado HQ here. We don't have a Hermes and see what happens. It's fine. Garden and Path Sentences. I keep all banned cards I have behind Glass of the Hammer and says break in case unbanned. How much Glass have you gone through this year? There've been a fair bit of unbans. Oh, Boomy, nice. Okay. So we could double click it. It sucks to use a bullets on this. I don't usually mind taking a core damage against LEO, but here's a bit different. Yeah, this is the one that I don't want to trash. This is only installed cards, right? Yeah. I mean, the Fencer Fuano keeps it halfy. The prototype is at 3, which is scary. So I think we should have dealt with the prototype this turn. No. And we can't really give a click if they're going to play, what's it called? Flood. Or Flood the Market, yeah, with trend setting, because then it's way easy to score 5-3. Yeah, okay, so we assume that we'll see a code gate sooner than later. So this we break for still an annoying amount. So the leech actually was going to be good here. So not 5. So we're going to do no draw, no end the run. And then we'll use the Fencer Fueno and then we'll lose a click probably. There's no way there's much worse than Managarm. How Kyambi is still in jail? Because Advanceable Ice needs to be thrown into a volcano. Advanceable Ice should not exist. It was a mistake. It was something that was held onto for no reason since 2012. Ice should not be advanceable. Or if it should be advanceable, it should be Mesta Chesvo. We can't have cards that continue to advance the cards. It just shouldn't exist. It's not fun. It's bad. It's no good. Okay. Wageburgers could go down. I think we can just check archives. The problem is like we could take a core damage, so we didn't like optimally do the turn well. I don't know. This Vic doesn't seem good enough. Even with DreamNET, I feel like we're playing way too honest Netrunner. And like every corp is trying to do something that's way less fair than us. Like we don't have the click compression to deal with all of this, and we don't have enough pressure to keep the money confined to deal with us. Right? Like we can't feel like we can stop the fully operational unless we're on 2 boomerangs and 3 pinholes maybe. And our card draw is not good enough because we have less card draw because we're on DreamNET. But if you don't draw DreamNET, you feel it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. The cohort flipping archives could be bad, but I don't know what 5-3 they score out here. Like maybe they can score out a salvo testing, and that's awful. I got logjam to 12 strength and force a runner through it. Felt so bad. I mean, like, yeah, that shouldn't exist. Get rid of it. You don't need to do this. Advanceable Ice, my love. God, I hate it. My partner hates it. My partner honestly plays us Netrunner because when she played Advanceable Ice was cool, and she's like, no, I'm not into this. And it's because like text load, but also the fact that the numbers keep going up is like the question is, at what point does the game get more interesting? At what point does the game get less interesting? Why not run the spin instead of archives? I mean, we could. It could be reasonable here. The thing is, like, they don't have to crack it, and if we don't trash it because it's last click, they don't have to use the spin doctor, right? So like if we had our DreamNET, they might crack it, but we've already used DreamNET. So if we run the spin doctor, all we're doing is trashing for 2, and then they can keep their face down cards in there. So it like doesn't solve our issue, because our issue is we want the cards face up because of cohort, not that we want to keep the archives full of it out of agendas, right? So we could have. It probably was better to draw and just discard a card here, because if we can't deal with the Boomy and the Drafter more consistently, we're gonna have a problem. My thought number go up good. I mean, sure, but at what point? Well, at what point does the line go up? And then you're like, wait, I'm sad. Wonder if Kyambi would be good with Lotus Field. The thing is that Kyambi is not unique, so you don't need to. But then you're also playing like Jinteki Advanceable Ice, which seems weird. We definitely should force a spin out so they can't go gung-ho with cohort discards. Yeah, I think I either need to run the cohort. I think I just need to run the cohort, I'll be honest. But yeah, this will keep them honest. And maybe it's easier than checking archives. I don't mind checking archives though with Fencer. I do want more card draw. I think a top decking a class deck would be good. Like they've drawn way more than we have. They're a 54 card deck. They're on 23. We've been firing DreamNET every turn. We're only on 29. Doesn't feel good enough. I do think we're drawing probably more than the average Moosely Hot, but I think Moosely Hot has more card draw in the deck. I might be wrong about that. Okay. Okay. Triple Insulter. Andre officially hates trees. That's where he draws the line. And I'm drawing it with a pencil on paper. John, how's it going? Greasing. I mean, yeah, this is a lot of stuff on the table. I do not know how to read this board state, and we are not keeping up with it. Our opponent has way more clicks than we do. I don't know how to deal with this anymore. It's a front company. Oh, cool. Okay, so we're prison. I mean, that's fine. That's okay. One card in hand, so they know how bad this is going to be for them. So we have to deal with this thing. This thing always has to go down. Yeah, I don't want to take the core damage yet. On the last time, we can just trash this and say you can trash our Shibboleth. We have another one if we really need to. Drafter, bummer. They're on greasing, but they've played 3 of them, so we could consider flowing the tag if we want to. Oh, I have to take down the front company for sure. I think I want to deal with this server, but we can't. Oh, we can. We have Kurapira. Yeah, that's more important than the front company, weirdly enough. We can give them an extra click next turn because their hand doesn't care about it. I'm not confident clean getawaying this in case they're on. Oh no, if they're on Anaweta, they can. We could have clean getawayed it, but we'll clean getaway the other thing. Well, we're probably just going to lose our turn here if it's an agenda. I don't know. Is there an agenda on server 9? Like, what's going on? Because they're a 54 card deck. We've seen like 2 kind of points. The Elevagar on top of a Jupstad. So we'll spend a click and 2. And it's a Jupstad, which I guess, no, you have a click. All right, so they could top deck a 3-2 and score it. But it looks like all the points are in R&D and or in archives. Oh no, Warm Reception, Spin Doctor. No, that's so bad for us. They're going to flip tag and lose DreamNET, surely. I mean, they don't have a lot of money. They can if they want to. There's also a chance that he'll forget. Like, forgetting is not uncommon. But like, we have to take the Elvigar, I guess. Maybe we don't, honestly. This is a cohort. Okay, they iced up archives. I don't know the text on this card. It never makes sense to me. The first time first run each turn cannot be made against a remote server. The first time each turn a run on archives begins if this server is not protected, not archives this server. So this always confuses me. We are in prison. This is just prison. And we have no, like, we don't have enough multi-access that we have to play against their prison. Cohort has to be an advanceable card. So they've done all of this and they've spent 1 click drawing with Calvin. Yeah, okay. Like, this is going to be the matchup where if we don't hit the 5-3, we can't win. Another trend setting? Are they on measured? I mean, they could also just be on end of line, which like technically will die. Thule, Méliès, Epiphany, Prism is what drove me into highest in this game, and may not gonna lie. I mean, I get why. I haven't seen Thule Prison in a long time. I usually see this out of Mirror Morph, which like at this point, maybe you can still do it. I wouldn't call Epiphany Prison as another Epiphany. I mean, like, that's okay. We just won't trash things now, I guess. But like, we kind of have to because Spin Doctor Front Company is like, or Spin Doctor Warm Reception is a bit much. Egg is definitely not prison. Egg is a tempo deck that cares about damage. These decks do want to get you to a point where you can't run, which does feel a bit more prison-like. But yeah, I mean, this is just like fully up. I don't know if they're on Flood the Market. It's 54 card deck. There's a Nightmare face up. They chose to show us that, which is like kind of weird. It makes me think that there's agendas here and here. But now if we trash an installed card, they like, we just need to win off Central. So we need to find multi-access. 2 translating plus Front Company is evil. I mean, like, we just run Centrals. Hope that they don't have another fully op. They've shuffled 1 back. Yeah, we can run Centrals pretty safely here. We die to bite. No, we don't because of DreamNet. Yeah, we'll just go. The problem is like we don't have enough multi-access. This deck just needs to play 2 20s, or like Criminal needs to get more cards because we cannot see enough cards fast enough. If they res this, like the cohort has been here since the beginning of the game, and that's been an issue for us. Okay, no Hermes. We'll pay that. Wenser is good. So we could still win. We'll Vic the tag for safety. Iru's good. Oh no, front company. We could run last click. We could also just set up. We need to find a mutual favor. We need to find a way to get through the boomy more consistently. The thing is, like, every turn they draw 3.5 cards because they can do the spin doctor wage workers thing. So like we just need to get lucky on multi-axis or draw a twinning at this point. Why are we calling every corporate condition a prison? Well, look, they don't want us to run. They put him in front company, right? Yeah, a lot of these cards, it's not so much their prison, but like this card has a prison feel to it. The same way like Stegodon does, where it's just like, hey, we want to make the game more of a grind. And I think that's what people call prison. Like, I think grinder and prison are the same idea in a lot of people's minds, which doesn't necessarily have to be. They have 16 cards left in R&D. Like, they have to win here off of a flood, right? Like, they have to flood a 5-3 and then flood a 5-2, which they can do, but they have 15 cards left in R&D, and we're not dealing with their table. Netrunner's prison. Yeah, good. Yeah. I agree. They have 13 cards left in R&D. There's points in archives for sure. Like, we're just going to tank the front company damage sooner than later. Yeah, we're just going to check every card on the table here. I don't know why taking core damage hurts us. They could just be unmeasured out of nowhere, which, like, on JNet Casual, you can't really play around that. So we can't check all of these. They know that. We can't check some of them. They're still only on 5 credits, but they're getting 2 credits with cohort a turn. So we hope, like, we hit a 5-3 here, or just a 2-pointer. Like, maybe they're on... like, everyone's on this Curse of Genesis you're playing today, but they could also be on Onto. Okay, Boomy. Hermes is good, though. But we're just going to check a bunch of cards here. So I think we'll start with the Ice server, because we could consider trashing this. I don't know if giving them 2 clicks will be a problem on 7 credits with cohort. Might be. But this is, like, very cheap and builds up for a Brawn later. Should we take the cohort down? Nah, I think we're just going to let everything fire. They'll deck out. Roll a d6, run a card. Could be game. No, okay. It continues. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they still have 14 points in their deck. We know 2 cohorts, so they can never advance server 11. Do we know what server 6 is? No, we don't. But it wasn't installed last turn. Yeah, Fence is really good into Thule for like a bunch of different reasons. They're not cohort flipping, they're drawing, and they have 9 cards left in R&D. Again, there's agendas and archives for sure. This game is making a bad argument for Let Them Dream existing. I mean, there's so many games this last week where I would have won if Let Them Dream didn't have text, like, which is why you play it. But technically, we'd only be on 6 points, so if we hit a 5-3, they don't actually matter. But yeah, like, Let Them Dream is really good. It's a very, very, very good card. And now if less people are playing, like, you know, Méliès Pseudo Glacier, you'll see it more, because this is just like one of the most flexible agendas. Sentences we would never have believed when Fencer was printed. I mean, she didn't get an alt art. All the other ones did. She didn't get a full art. Taka didn't either. But at this point, I don't think NSG will ever make a full art Fencer Fueno and Taka. I was wrong in my prediction that LTD would be banned first from Vantage. Oh, is that your prediction? Interesting. I think I've been pretty good at my predictions so far. Like, okay, there is an agenda on the table. It's server 12. We should have ran server 12. But I think I talked about Méliès being like very unpleasant. Oh no, this is just going to be a jupe stat into a core damage off of a Elevigar. I mean, great. At least they're totally bankrupt. So we take 1 core damage, which I don't know how that matters. They can de-res something, so they de-res the Calvin, which is fine. The jupe stat hits us for 1, but their money is the issue. We don't know 13. What do we run? We don't know 13. I think we just tank archives. I don't know if I said Méliès would be banned, but I remember it being like, I think Méliès is a ban me card in the ban list and in the video, and I think now technically that was accurate. I think we do run R&D, run archives, run R&D. I don't know what we die to. Like, we die to distributed, but I think They won't have enough money. We'll see. They should know. He should know where most of the points are at this point. We could also just check server 13, server 5. There's only one more Elevagao. Nope. I'll check 13. Don't know what this is. We know 12 is spin. We don't know what 9 is, I think. Let them dream. Okay, cool. Good old fencer. And then we'll just run server 5. We could take a second core damage, which means Onto will be online. The Ontos are probably in hand, which we should check sooner than later. I don't think this is an agenda, but they are just putting them on the table. So we'll see if he has it here or not. Fine. Good. Okay, good enough. Oh yeah, we have core damage. Cool. Class Act is actually worth something. Chesva probably is worth something, but I don't think they're going to make us use it. So we're on 4 core damage. They're on 4 credits start a turn with 2 cohorts. We know 12. We know 5. I don't think we know 7 or 9. They can't keep firing the cohorts because they will lose. Because they will deck out. Maybe sooner. And if we don't take another core damage, like they don't have that many points they can score from hand. Again, this is where Let Them Dream has real text. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're technically on 8 points. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So their agenda suite is probably just like 2 Ontos, 2 for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. They have another Elviga 18. I don't know what their agenda suite is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're 54 cards, so maybe it's like 3. Okay, last Elvagao, so now we're on Onto threat, because Ontos are Onto's a 2/2 now? So we'd have to run HQ and get lucky. Yeah, it's 54, so they're on 21 points, so or 22, which I still don't get, because if they're on 5/3s, they're not on Ontos, right? I don't think they're on Megapres. I think core damage needs to matter, and I can't see how core damage matters. Powers That Be, a card from Archives on server 14. We don't know what this is, but they know we've been checking them. So if they have a 5/3 on the table, they can do triple advance, cohort. They need something that gives them credits. We might just let this boomy fire. No, we probably don't. I think we do run R&D, run HQ. There's a lot of points on Archives. We should check sooner than later, but I think we're gonna put the Class Act down on the turn that we check, just so that we have way more cards in hand. I was crashing out pretty hard against MU at one point. I felt like I was getting a grip on how to beat it, and then they went abandoned on me. I mean, that's good. That's good. I mean, that's usually how it starts. Corps usually have a higher win rate and runners get into it. It's cool that, you know, people tech into things and they learn. Like that's a good process. Obviously, it feels like that was taken away from you, but you definitely learned something. You're going to be a better player for it. Yeah, this could be a Nightmare Archives because we have been checking. I guess we could lose if it's not, but like if we steal Nightmare Archives, it matters because we're trying to win off of, we think an Onto, but I don't know the agenda suite. Maybe they're going to res a spin. They're resing a spin. So there's 3 cards in R&D. If we just trash all of them. Okay, they're shuffling a spin, so give us a Nightmare. It looks like they highlighted it. Here's your Nightmare. Cool. All right, we'll take it. Okay, so 4 cards in R&D. This is a spin. We don't know what this is. We don't know what this is. No, we do. This is some garbage. Server 5 is garbage. What was server 5? A prototype. So prototype, man, it's just so hard to track. Warm Reception server 9. This is a prototype. 12 is a spin doctor. We don't know 14. Okay. So my goal is to run HQ, throw the revolver, click, and then install Class Act. If we find an Onto, we're pretty happy. He can't fire bite. I mean, maybe we're not respecting something. They can install Flood with next turn if they have a 5/3 down. Yeah, money might matter. But if they have a 5/3, they can install an Ice. And yeah, they could Flood. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, if that's the case, we just check server 14 last click. Like Nightmare Archives would take it as negatives. Spin Doctor, so they're drawing into unknown hands, so they definitely have points in there. So we just don't know server 14. What influence have we seen? Not a lot. I think they're on flood, so fully operational. So we're in 20 credits. We have to check server 4. We have to check server 14. We can install the class act. We could end up taking core damage here. Yeah, okay. So at least that's fine. So there's one more somewhere. Yeah, with cohorts, they can get the money because they go up to 6. So they just do install flood. I think they're on flood. They could also be on Jupestad end of line. Like, not Jupestad, distributed end of line. We can't win against that. We have to win in a single turn. But like this Vic deck, all we're doing is like, at least the DreamNet's good but we're not doing anything. Yeah, what a score area. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Technically on 8 points. Actually, we're on 3 agenda points? I thought we were on 5. God. Why are you able to do this? We're at 3 agenda points. Okay, cool. Cool. They also could just be on the 5/3s that take a click. They could be on Méliès's. I thought we were going to install Classic. Yeah, but we had to check the table because in theory we lose to a flood if we don't check the table. But that was the plan. So R&D is 4 cards. The Boomy now is a double click every turn for a single, which like is not super sustainable. And if we steal a 5/3, like that's it. I mean, this is now just like like a lot of RNG of whether we get there or not. But unfortunately, like after this turn, I mean, now the cohorts are harder to fire because like you will deck out. At least we know everything on the table, so we can make some better decisions. We can take end of line with Class Act? Yes. If we steal an agenda, we have to install the Class Act guaranteed. Because if he wants to do distribute it into end of line, this is the only way we can deal with it. But that's only on a turn that we steal an agenda. That card is a specific thing. Again, we haven't seen the influence. Could be bite, could be end of line, could just be flood. But we've seen just front hump company cohort and powers. There's not actually not that much. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're cohorting. Wow. So 2, 4, 6, 7. So we've seen half. I think flood is 4. Are we ontoing us? Oh yeah, we can onto here. Ah, shit. So we missed it. So I guess we lose next turn if we don't win this turn. We lost the class act. We can hope everything in R&D is trashable. There's a chance. The problem is like running HQ is hard. So like we have to run archives. You lose the flood whether you check or no. Warm reception is 9. Just install an ice and they can flood at 5/3. Oh, you're right. I forgot that this had text. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They can just install a card. Yeah, so that was not good. We should have installed the class act for sure. So if this is a Jaguar, he can't res it. I mean, this is Grinder. Can always transfer them? I don't think so. We'd have to draw it. Oh, sorry, we had one. If we transfer it, he just ducks. He reses this stuff. Okay, so a spin was reinstalled. So that's going to make R&D dense. There's no cards in R&D, so you can't just shuffle agendas back. You can't just shuffle agendas back with a spin doctor because it's the whole deck. Notably, if we win, we don't have to worry about Thule's text because the game is over. But like, what are you going to do here? Shuffle agendas in? The last nightmare? I mean, like, we'll take it. We can't take it to core damage because the game will be over. But like, what are you going to do with the spin doctor? If there's two agendas in here, you're kind of cooked. Interesting. They're in 2, so we don't have to worry because like on 2 credits, they can't res Jaguar. I think it's either 3 or 4, but Jaguar would kill us because we have no killer. So you have to shuffle in non-trashables. In terms of the weenie agendas, there's none left. We've seen all the Elevagals, we've seen the trend settings. And next turn, if the thing is in hand, we lose. So like we just have to tank a Boomy. We have to click 1 Boomy subroutine, maybe, if we can only get to 5 points. Oh, we're gonna get a card in hand, so we can actually just tank the Boomy, yeah. Fine, -1 points don't matter when there's no deck. Yeah, hopefully. But he's in total control of what he shuffles back in. So like he won't shuffle in 2 trashables. No idea what's going on. So 2 unseen. Okay, cool. So there's 1 more nightmare, maybe. We have to take it. Okay, Onto, that's good. So we have to spend a click and 2 or we lose. Hey, Fencer, you've been great. We'll take this as -1. Okay, so 2 cards went into R&D. One of them could be an agenda, so he can make this a 50-50. So we can run R&D. I think there's one more Onto in the game for sure. The thing is, like, I don't get the agenda suite. Say that he's on Ontos. So he's on 2 for 6 Ontos, 7, 8, 9 Elevigaus, 10, 11, 12's trend settings, plus another 6. So that's only 18. And he's have to be on 22, 23. So there's probably some 3-pointers in here. So I think we run R&D, hope that it's a 50-50, and then we run HQ worst case. We have exactly enough here to deal with the Méliès. This probably can't be rezzed. It wasn't rezzed for a while. There's no 2 cost core damage card that will kill us. Thank God. Oh God. That was a grind and a half. I mean, yeah. Was it only agendas back in the deck? We had 21 cards left in our stack. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like we can keep up. Yeah, you're in a really weird issue there where, like, if the agendas are in archives, where can you shuffle them? If Griffin had 1 more credit, like, we could face check and die to a bunch of things. Yeah, just the train? What's the other card? And we had to get that in that run, because I do think there's 1 or 2 trains. It's nice to know the meta only has 1 card named Méliès. That'll be better. Draft or kick it, cool. Yeah, if that whiffs, I have to go for the 1 and 7 in HQ. Not great odds. Yeah, so now the Onto is like fast advanceable. So if this whiffs, it was a 50-50. We run HQ, we let the Boomy trash a program, doesn't matter. We take the core damage, which is why we kept the Bravado, and then we have a 1 and 7. Which, like, maybe there's another agenda in hand, but ultimately it's our last clicks. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let them dream. And Nightmare Archives to play a longer game. Oh, man. If you hit the Onto in hand, you die? Oh, yeah, you're right. If this was not a 3-pointer, if this was like a 1-pointer, but then we can't run HQ anymore. Yeah, so I guess we just have to win a 50-50 there. Because the Boomy's going to take the last card guaranteed. So we hit the Onto, we don't win. Yeah, I think I'm on more points than I am. Yeah. Yeah, if we miss the Méliès and we steal the Onto, we just die. As much as our opponent doesn't win, we lose too. And the Ontos are just too many. Hey, Griffin, good game. That's a grind. Definitely a grind. My agenda suite technically has my score area 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It says 13. Weird how that'd be sometimes, huh? My guess, Griffin, is that deck is probably better if you go down to 49 and don't play the 3-1s. Because those 3-1s don't really help you. You spend time and effort scoring them out, and all they do is, I say eventually, I'm not going to deal with your board. But the issue is, like, I do think that deck loses on centrals. That's probably your issue. And then that card really encourages me to make you lose on centrals. So it, like, doesn't solve problems, and it just accentuates, like, it naturally encourages people into the direction that beats the deck, which is, like, install a twinning and run centrals. I needed a twinning for sure. But yeah, that's a thing why trend setting, like, one of the issues why trend setting doesn't see a lot of play. It's because eventually once you do score them and you spend a lot of time and money scoring them, their text is not very relevant because I just say, okay. And then I hit centrals a lot, which is what you're meant to do. That's why you don't see it a lot. And then you can play like a leaner deck with, like, you know, a better card per card, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's like that card forces me to be like, okay, I'm going to hit centrals. And yeah, the deck is not very strong on centrals. So you run into an issue for sure, but good game. We'll do one more. It's 11:15. I think we can do one more. The games are relatively fast. Runner. I guess we have to put this in casual, huh? Oh, it's cool that we play Vic and don't see R+. Maybe Duckland will do it. I ran out of money a bit. Yes. But, like, you also do spend 6 extra credits and, like, all those clicks scoring those 3-1s, right? Like, they don't actually help you. The idea is to working prototype the twinning. Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, I guess if that happens, that happens. You can also just play ScapeNet. But, yeah. Okay, AUCO. DreamNet's really good against AUCO. This hand is really good against... It's just a good hand, but, like... Can a guy find a Reality Plus matchup so he can clear a tag? That was a matchup where Vic's tags did not matter at all. I don't think we did a single transfer. Thanks, C2. Declan does want to hurt us. This hand's good, though. I was going to hit start game, not mulligan. We said that hand is good. I mean, this hand's not awful, but, like, it's not better. Oh, that's so annoying. That was a good hand. We haven't seen R+ this meta. Not once. We did one transfer floated tag for turn. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we did. Maybe we did do it. Okay, so maybe it fired once. I wanted to keep that hand. whatever. This hand's not awful. It didn't get that much worse. We just want to find a cohort here. Yeah. So we don't technically have to trash this. If it's 2 cohorts, so be it. We want to put down the class act. Reaper function, I mean, that is very Duckland. She does want to hurt us. She does play more Reaper than most decks. Core damage carrying over from last game into Reaper. I think Duckland has flatlined me the most out of anyone. Yeah, she really likes this. Okay, so fight we don't have to deal with. She could score at a 2-1 from hand, but this is fine. We just want to get our economy and stabilize. Unfortunately, slow econ plays. Our other hand was so much better. She also doesn't have any AUCO counters, so like we just want to set up. Daily cast is pretty slow. We could do daily cast, click for credits. I mean, that's good enough. I don't really want to go for single. We haven't played a pinhole today, but pinhole is how we deal with this. Okay, Hanse is a good start. But cohort's the most important card. Power draw. She's been power drawing. We need to tease her a bit more about that. She doesn't have to do that. Okay, we can check archives. FUD can do 5 damage to us, which is not good. So maybe we won't. Revolver is good to not lose the damage, for sure. Chesva's a bit extra because we don't really want to run centrals all the time. We just want to check this remote server. This is likely to be a Tattoo Bola. If it's a barrier, there's not a lot of hard code gates you expect, or a Lion's Mane, which Revolver deals with that really well. Clean Gateway is a bit risky. Like, I mean, we could do it. If we install a Classic, we go into 3, but then Daily Cast catches up with us, and then we can draw a sure gamble. So yeah, we're fine. Okay, let's go. So no pinhole. We have pinholes in this deck. We do, don't we? We do. We do. Yeah, we have 2. So pinhole is the thing that's making the FUD look bad, and Regenesis is a line that we can't really respect easily. Losing the Eru and the twinning would feel pretty bad, but I don't think we can do much with that. So I think we can just check the table. If it's a Regenesis, we take 3 damage. I mean, maybe installing this Nuka first is a good hedge. Okay, Spin Doctor. So she probably isn't going to pop that. She does. If she keeps the face down, that this could be a Regenesis. Okay, so we can deal with this. If it's not an agenda, we're happy. It's a Fuji, so 5 damage Fuji. Okay, so we lost every single multi-axis card, and we lost our card draw. I mean, not the end of the world, because we did keep the DreamNET. How did we get that DreamNET? Do we just have the DreamNET? I mean, that's really good for us. And we stole a Fuji, and archives, and we know how to deal with. Now, AUCO is going to pop off this turn. So we just want to draw to get our filter draw. Mutual's better than the Chesva. The one we have one, so should be okay. Problem is with this FUD, we definitely need to be able to deal with it. She's on 10 credits, 3 more cards on the table, so we have to check archives, and once again, another Fuji will be 5 points of damage, which is frightening, and she could just be unmeasured. She probably is, so we need to keep our money up as well. If we do Clean Gateway DreamNET, we die to a lot of things, so I don't know. She might be on bite too. Like, Regenesis is so mean if you don't check it, because she's just on 4 points. Like, that's way too much. But if we don't answer the FUD, checking is really hard. Let's just draw for pinhole. No, Paladin and Open Market. We still have a lot of installables. Open Market is a bit better into class acts, but I think we've seen all of them. No, there's one more, and we've lost all our Nukas, so we have no more connections in the deck. So I'll go for Pally. This is technically safe, but also we could die to Blood in the Water. We could die to a bunch of things here. We could die to Blood in the Water. We could die to the 2-1, because we'll be on no cards in hand. I think I'd rather check the table then, because if the tables, we can deal with Regenesis. So Moonpool, we have to deal with that, I think. So if it's a Fuji on the table, we are in a bad spot. Another Spin Doctor. Okay, so this still could be Regenesis, and then she's on 4 points, and we end up taking 3 damage. I mean, we checked 2 of them. Cohort, okay, so that's going to give her an AUCO counter, so we have to deal with that, but at least we don't get blown out. We're keeping afloat. DreamNet's really good into AUCO. It's very, very good because you're, you know, credits and card draw. That's what the whole matchup is about. Okay. So we could maybe let this go through. We can install 2 breakers next turn. Yeah, maybe we do. Like, dealing with the FUD would be really important because then she has way fewer teeth. Okay, let's see what we draw for this. It'd be nice to just draw into our Fractor. These 2 together feel so absurd. Hermes is good. Hermes can open up. We haven't seen a transfer yet, I don't think. No, wow, look at our bin. All these resources. Sure gambles. Okay, sick. So we'll go for the Hermes here. The cohort has to go down, so she's forking us. So we could do mutual favor for a breaker and then just run. I don't think we need the code gate breaker. We could get punished. We aren't a measured threat. But I guess we're going to deal with this and seed Regenesis. If she has Regenesis, she has Regenesis. Oh, fuck, it is a code gate. I mean, we could install the Shibboleth. We haven't seen Whitespace in a while. Losing 3 credits to Whitespace is like one of the worst things you can do in the standard format. So if we install Hermes, we die to... Yeah, that's so bad. Like, I don't think I've seen a Whitespace in a Yuko deck for a long time, and that's like the max punish for sure. Like, I don't know what code gate we're expecting. I think like if anything it would be Fly Swatter, but this is so much worse for us. Okay, so if she scores out Hermes, we can open HQ. It doesn't really matter. We have to deal with the FUT. Like maybe we could have just let the Hermes hit that. So we could lose the Shibboleth to damage. We have one more. I'm just going to keep drawing. Losing 3 credits on face check is so bad. Moonpool on our turn. So it's see how they run. Do we die? Oh yeah, we just die. Okay, cool. This doesn't matter. We're going to take 4 meat damage. I mean, we kept her Shibboleth, so we're happy, right? Oh, wow, she didn't have the end of line. I thought the game would be over. I forget about that. You don't touch 1 card, this thing kills you. But normally, like, an end of line will kill you from this. We're alive? Okay. Weird? Yeah. Yeah, big value. This FUT needs to be dealt with. So this still could be Regenesis. I think we can do Shibboleth, run this. The best case scenario is that you don't break both the Whitespace credit subroutines. So we do Shibboleth, credit, clean, getaway this. It's like kind of risky. You took Nat and not core. You're right. We also paid 0, which like turned out to be fine. If we install Shibboleth, click for credit, clean, getaway this, we can deal with it. We have no cards in hand. So if she's on Blood in the Water, she gets us. I mean, I think I'm going, oh, does DreamNET fire yet? No, we'll be on 1 card. Maybe that's something. But we died a Reaper, I guess. I don't know how many Reapers. Shut up. So we're a credit short. We're 1 credit short. How are you breaking? I don't know. I thought we had enough. I was like 2, but they play this and break 1. So we just wanted to break 1 of these subroutines. The issue is we have to have 3 for FUT. So I don't think we're going to do it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. That's why they have the undo click. You can do it whenever you want. Just hit undo click. It doesn't matter. So we can take 3 more damage here. Okay. Should take 1 less credit, draw more. Yeah, we undid the credit we just drew. So FUT will go down. Hansei. Yuko hasn't fired too much. But at this point, she'll put cards on the table because she knows we have to deal with this. So we can do 1, 2, this. Server 3. This is more important than Bravado because we need the credits to trash the thing. I guess she could res the thing that stops us from trashing things. The hostile. Boomerang's good enough. So now we can check the table. If it's bite, it's bad. But if it's Regenesis, we need to deal with it. She didn't Regenesis last turn, which she would have. So we'll check the new card. So Moonpool, I mean, that's how we lose usually. I don't know. It's a Reaper. We're dead. Oh, yeah, okay. Good game. Okay. I mean, you can't really play around that, so that's going to happen. Thanks, you too. So that was a public trail into end of line, so it doesn't really matter what we did. The Reaper function, she also didn't even have to fire. Like, she didn't have to fire that. We had 3 cards in hand. So if she has this combo, which like we thought she'd be on the end of line, this might be floating fasts list, which was playing public trail, and I could see why I can win games for sure. Because it's like a thing that you have to play around while playing around everything else at the same time. Have we learned today to play no free lunch? I don't think we have. I don't think we've seen enough like single tag punishment for being an issue. But if you play no free lunch at this matchup, it's way better. I think we would have fired it off of see how they run though, because we were convinced we were gonna be dead to that. But it was just a tempo thing for sure. My own version of the list. Hey, Duckling, good game. It's OPAF. I have no doubt if you're playing on JNet casual, this is gonna kill everybody you play against. And even in like Swiss rounds in a tournament, this is the sort of thing where like I think only when you play this in open deck list are you actually going to get information that will tell you on the viability of this list. And I'm not saying to say that the list isn't good, because it probably is good. But like, people are going to die to this. Of course they are. They're not playing around this. Like, I don't even have to play around measured, let alone play around this. right? Like it's weird that we have a card that delivers measured before being unmeasured, but it is a bit less consistent because it's a 2-card combo. Yeah. Why PT end the line instead of just measured? Well, because we're dead. We're not on threat 4, right? This is something that Floating Fast won the Megacities in Cambridge with, right? This sort of idea is like it'll just get people. And even at the end of the day, like Public Trail's not a bad card if you can afford it. Like pay 4, trash the twinning. Fine, trash the DreamNET for 6. I've been playing it open decks with buddies and it still feels like too much for a lot of runners. Yeah, okay, I get that. I think if you just play this on Janet casual, like the data is not going to be very sufficient. Being able to win in Swiss is an important part of deck building too. Oh no, for sure. Like I don't want to count that wrong out. For a lot of people, if they can just play something that wins in Swiss and makes it to a top cut, that is like the best thing they could do. Like they're so stoked to do that. I'm just saying that for like when people play weird stuff, and not that this is weird stuff, but they bring weird stuff to Janet casual and be like, this wins 95% of the time. The closed decklist versus open decklist is a very big difference for a lot of like surprise decks. This is not super surprising. This is like what the archetype was kind of more closer to Worlds last year. See fewer decks featuring emergency copies of No Free Lunch for situations like this. Wonder where they'll come back. It depends on the meta, right? Like this is not specifically a meta force right now. And maybe with Reality Plus, if Reality Plus starts playing more Public Trail or like doing something cool. Funny enough, the NBN agendas don't really tag single tag in a way that matters. So it's mostly this card, I guess. But yeah, I could see it being more relevant in if the meta calls for it. Like I think one of the worst things is if you play against like a Thule or a Precision Design fast advance combo deck that like wants to do Unleash and like get 2 core damage. That's sort of kind of ontological thing. That is a deck I think just loses to it. It's me. I'm the one happy with my decks. Get me good Swiss placements. I don't mind dying to open deck lists. Yeah, for sure. For a long time too, that's like all I wanted to do was get the playmat. For the majority of the time that I played Netrunner, that's all I wanted to do. Just get the playmat. My Janet casual run is 80s. Open deck list drops to high 60s. Yeah. Yeah, I think like the open deck list makes that so much more interesting too. Like if I know what I have to play around, like are you on Regenesis? Does it have to be what's it called? A Reaper? Do I have to play like Public Trail into line? Like so much of what we do on the stream is play a closed deck list Netrunner, and I find Netrunner to be so much more fun in open deck lists than closed deck lists. Like having to play against, Jaina casual and not having any idea. It's still a skill set that you have to develop. You're like, I don't know if my opponent is unmeasured in this like Thule assets list. I don't know what their win condition is. We spend a lot of time trying to like backwards forensics their agenda suite. But if you know all this sort of stuff, you can start telling like, okay, was our opponent on Flood the Market? We don't know. We actually don't know. There's a chance there wasn't. And then we didn't have to play around it. I think this game is so much cooler in open deck lists. Any chance of a shout out for the stream I did last weekend? No, Crow, I had no idea you did a stream. We did a championship for the AUNZ Async League featuring Jai and excessively high production value. It's on this YouTube account. Did you say this YouTube account and then you put a link? Because it flanderized the link. I don't have it. Crow, what's the link? Like, can you tell me how I can find it without posting the link? Because the link gets eaten. I'm so sad that Lethe playmat is the top 8 prize at cons. I want it so bad. Oh, that's a hard one to get to. It's a good playmat, yeah. But I mean, like, you need good prizes to an extent. Crore NR, like that. You sure? Am I doing it wrong? Crore NR? The monkey doesn't like that Crore. Are you sure that's how you spell your own name? Why did you spell it with a C? You think it's on me? You spelled it with a C. I thought that was a thing you were doing. Still can't find it. Nailed it. Okay. Firstly, subscribe. Secondly, what is this? Standard League Championship? You got some good animated art in the background. NRAUNZ. I've seen this on t-shirts. It's a really nice logo. Did you know New Zealand is a place? I have a map where this isn't on it. I have to learn about it through Flesh and Blood. It seems like a really nice place. If everyone's yelling at me because Crore spelled Crore's own name wrong, I will take none of it. Production value is really good. This is really charming. Is this a Physarum? This one could have been a Physarum. Kind of looks like it. What? This is really charming. What is this? Sticks is a incredible player. I've had the pleasure of playing against Sticks a couple times in person. That's why you go to Worlds. So this is an async league. Okay, so this is a championship for the AUNZ Async League featuring Jai and excessively high production value on this YouTube account. This is rad. Yeah, I'll link this in the description for sure. I had no idea what this is. So we have comms from Jai, Crora, Reina. This is really nice. They light up. Crora, did you put this together? This is rad. I want to be very clear. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know that's going on because I can't know everything. Also, I'm not like very active in green level clearance. So if there's ever something coming up that you want me to shout out, I will be happy to do that. You can ping me either through email or Discord. I'm not always great at checking that. So like sometimes just in chat is the easiest way, but don't hesitate to hit me up before the day to be like, hey, this is on the next weekend. Cause I'd be so excited to shout this out. I'll be very, very clear about that. Yeah, this looks really cool. I definitely want to watch this. It was the top cut for the winners of the past 8 async leagues. Oh, so it's like a champion of champions. I spent way too much time working on the OBS macros. Oh, hell yeah. I think now you know, if you hadn't done it before, it's like a ton of fun. There's a lot you can do with it. This looks really good. Well done. Uh-oh, you got the NSG card backs. Sorry, the FFG card backs. I mean, I think that's straight to jail, Crore. I need to call someone. I'm really sorry. It's kind of my duty. That's not good. You can't have that. This is really cool. I'll link this in the description. I don't know who's going to win. I'm not going to spoil it, but you can watch that for sure. Speaking of stuff this weekend is the America's Megacities. I will be doing some casting for it. That, of course, will be on Null Signal's YouTube and Twitch channel. If you can find that in the description, you know where that is usually. Only for Corp? I used the player's choice. Oh, straight to jail still. Sorry. You had to sit in there. You had to lay down the law and be like, we're forcing it to be this way. That's the way that makes sense. There are only NSG cards. You're putting FFG card backs on NSG cards. Do you know how straight to jail that is? Anyways, cool. Crore Anders have been coy about the sick Kyle Farron art. There's a Kyle Farron art in here? Wait, like all of these are Kyle Farron or some of them are Kyle Farron? Game 4 splash screen, I think, was shouted out. I don't know if that's after or before. This is a Kyle Farron. Wait, what is this? Is Kyle Farron from APAC? Are these all Kyle Farrons? All of them are Kyles? What the heck? Yo, those are so good. Are they on cards? Yo, that's rad. That's really, really cool. There are 4 around. I've never seen these. Yeah, these background art are from Kyle's, and they're slightly animated, which is nice. A little texture and a bit of a wiggle, which works well with Kyle's art. That's really cool. Hey, that's sick. Then Crow wrote something that doesn't make sense. I'll Discord you. Okay, cool. Let me open Discord. Gourmand Fazarum, Stowaway, and I forget the last one. Very cool. Yeah. While they get sorted out on the Discord side, I just want to go back to this really quickly. We only played 4 games with this, but like, this doesn't feel that good. I know obviously like player skill and all that you could definitely say. And like, this is my first iteration and it's not very ambitious. It's like what a criminal list looks like, but this doesn't feel that great. Vic doesn't feel that good. Despite our better effort, we can't play against Reality Plus to figure out if that text feels really good. But like, I was really excited for Vic. And while we're only like 3 days and a half into the new meta, not actually, because it's not even the new ban list. I don't know if I'd sell you on Vic. I don't know if I can. The text is still unrelevant. If R plus turns out to be like a big part of a competitive meta, less so like JNet casual, maybe. But this still has big issues. Some of it are criminal issues. Some of it are like deck building decisions. Like the problem with this list is the multi-axis just isn't there. And like you want to play Rotary? I don't. Maybe you could try it, but Hermes is just such a strong card. If I want to play Rotary, I'd probably just play Mercury and not play Vic in the first place. And because our multi-axis is split between Eero and Twinning, and Eero has been good, but a lot of these lists will more easily play like 2 Twinning and still play Eero, or also play Wake, which we could play a Wake probably. I think we could do that. The card draw is only good if you find DreamNET and can run. Otherwise, 2 Nukas and 3 Class X feels not enough. Not that every criminal list is playing 3 Nukas, but it does not feel totally enough. We haven't found a pinhole yet. I think 2 boomerangs makes some sense for early pressure. Maybe even 3 pinhole. I don't know if the meta calls for it. Against Op, it kind of seems important. Isn't the good Vic deck the one with Crew? That is the Vic deck that like people classically have been playing. Like who was playing it? Was Quesadilla or was it another player from the Southwest? I mean maybe. But I want to just play Vic because I think his text might be its text, excuse me, might be more relevant into like the R plus meta, but we have no data for that. The Crew one is its own thing for sure. It has its downsides, but I think it was way more fun than this because it actually has like a game plan your opponent has to answer to, as opposed to like the thing that they have to answer to is like, oh, I'm running very cheaply with DreamNET, which we saw in the first game. It is an issue. Yeah, the Logic Bomb Brew. Yeah, I like that deck a lot, but it is like very weird. And for what it's worth, I think if you want to play that deck, like I think Seb is probably still very, very, very good now. And while the Glacier deck is something you were good against, with less recursion and with less like bite grinder, I think just playing like a Seb deck is probably one of the best things you can do in the meta if you can figure out how to play it. It was Nightcride, sorry, yeah. Quesadilla and Nightcride. The names with the Ys, my head is really weird with that, where there's certain names that have certain like vowel consonant structures that they get mixed up. But both of those folks are very, very nice people. That's Nightcride is Neil, right? Generally good too. Gyro says, excuse me? Discord sent, thank you. Let me find Discord. Cror, have I blocked you on Discord yet? No. Open media link. Ah, these are so cool. These are so cute. And they're full arts on the cards. Like they're really, really big arts. Oh, these are charming. Botulus, Fazarum, and Stowaway. And there's one for each faction, which is really, really nice. Yeah, APAC Continentals Championship 2026. Is that what it says? Enhance. I don't know. It says something in the bottom corner. It's APAC Continental. I think it's just APAC Continental Champions. Man, those are sick. Is Kyle Farron from APAC? Yeah, it's Neil. Yeah, Neil is really, really nice. I've got to meet Neil a couple times in person. I think he was like at an event in Boston a couple of years ago, which is nice to run into him. Yeah, these are really cute. I don't know if people can get these because this seems to be a Continental Championship, but these are adorable. Cool choices too. All of the viruses. I think they're all viruses. No, Stowaway isn't. He's just a friend of one of the organizers. Oh, okay, cool. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's a get because most like everyone loves Kyle Farron art. I want to say like pretty confidently. And then yeah, these are just like really nice little friends. Oh, Botulus is gross. Is that a playmat with all three of them? Yeah, I think it is. I think this is a playmat. I don't think I realized that. I thought this was just Splash, but yeah, it's art. And then this looks like a playmat. It has rounded corners and everything. And it has this on it. Yeah, that's cool. That's quite a nice playmat. Is this only for the champion? Like the champion got the 1-of-1 playmat with gold foil embossing. Whoever put this together, which I think is Cror, also like, I think tastefully done for the visual design and stuff. Nice too. Yeah, very cool. Thanks for sharing that. That's sick. I hadn't heard of that before. Okay, I think that's gonna be it for today. The playmat is an option with ticket purchase, commemorative dealie. Oh, okay, there's thousands of playmats flooding the market on eBay. Okay, we're gonna go to eBay. We're gonna check what it is, see what the shipping looks like from New Zealand. Okay, that's cool. So there's more playmats out on the wild. So we'll hopefully see them at Worlds in person. I want to give a huge thank you to all these names here and more that support the Metropole Grid. Of course, our daily cast patrons that keeps this channel going. It's been I think we might have missed our anniversary this July. There's a big chance we did. We've been doing this for about 11 years, and some of them have been good years. Thanks so much for hanging out. Again, if you want to support the channel, if you want to just give a like on the video, that's also super appreciated. But if you want to go even a step further, you can find the Patreon and link in the description. Any amount of contribution is incredibly appreciated. We've been doing a fair bit more streaming this summer because of like the circumstances of stuff. So we've been streaming twice a week. Generally, it's actually nearly like 3 times a week across different channels. So for instance, Saturday we'll be back doing some commentary with the folks from Null Signal Games doing the America's Megacity. Yes, the America's Megacity. And then I think in 2 weeks, we'll probably be doing some commentary because Cascadia will be streamed. So we'll be doing some remote commentary for that, which is going to be a killer event. I believe it is the first weekend of August. So it's just around the corner, which is good. Only some of them. I mean, it can't be all of them, right? Let's be honest. That's mostly it. We'll be back again Saturday. Otherwise, we'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to continue exploring the meta. It's not technically 2608 until it's August, but that's not ever going to stop us. Next week is going to be a really fun week too, because it's going to be Bangoon week. And there are going to be a lot of Bangooning to be doing. I'm bringing that Matt to Worlds. Thanks for stream. Hey, Zook, looking forward to seeing it. That's quite cool. That's mostly it. Take care of yourselves. If you're playing this weekend, good luck and have fun for the last Megacity ever. Again, Cror said confidently in chat that they're going to stop doing the Megacities. They just didn't like them. They want to have one Megacity, and they're going to call it the Megacity. It'll make more sense. Thanks for hanging out. Ciao.